This program is rated MA. It contains adult themes, coarse language, sexual references, and violence.
What's up, everybody? I need to take that off loop. Open comms Friday night. Sorry about the slightly late start. Stream keys got changed, and I was not notified that they got changed. So we're on. How's everyone doing? No rain, no blast on the night, no DC. So we got Jay McClain and Jin Tan with us. How's it going, guys?
What up, homie?
I am your replacement, Edgy Millennial.
And Dirk and Elby are here as well.
Hello.
All right.
Hey, what's going on?
Bringing in the J tag team in this bitch.
I'm trying to get Apoth. Apoth's coming. Apotny's coming.
Oh,
coming by for the ride.
Nice. I'll get him dragged in when he comes in. Okay, now to the show notes.
Now onto the show notes. Well, yeah, I don't know. Filibuster or something.
Now onto us pretending that we have some sort of professional plan.
Okay, we won't jump into that
plans,
thing.
Bro.
I guess I don't think we touch on the net neutrality thing just yet. I know that's what we were talking about.
That's an end of the night.
Is
that when we're super drunk and it's
do we want to touch that at the end of the night when we
later on. Okay, I just gave it to him, so you should see him over in TeamSpeak.
I'll drag him
shortly.
When he comes in.
But yeah, I can get to the show notes. So what we say? We said Rain's not here. She got something going on. Whatnot. We're gonna start off this week. We're gonna start off this week on a sad note. Obviously the community was alerted to the fact at CCP Blaze. Member of the art department at CCP, and had been there for several years. I'm forgetting now exactly how it was. Passed away back in November, apparently at the age of 35, while he was in London celebrating his engagement. And CCP let us know this by way of a two-part thing. Number one, alerting us to the fact that this occurred, but also to the fact that they had in memorializing his death. And I got to be honest, I don't ever remember anything like this happening before with a former CCP employee. So this was sort of new. I mean, we've experienced this within the player base a number of times and whatnot. They did their own sort of internal memorialization of it, but in order to kind of include the EVE community, they came out with a set of skins for a package of ships, along with the Armageddon, which was apparently his favorite ship. So you can get these skins out there. I'll actually link it in the channel. But I mean, this is kind of it's obviously it's sad to hear whenever somebody from the EVE community dies, whether you knew them or not. I had never met Blaze, I got to be honest. I heard the name on a number of occasions, but hadn't met him. Jen, I think that you had.
I think I briefly came in contact with him. Yeah, I mean he didn't. he seemed like a pretty chill dude. Most CCPers are really.
Yeah, I don't. He's never come to the Vegas, so I've definitely not met him before, but.
The Vegas. You never come to the Vegas.
The Vegas.
The Vegas.
The Vague.
Isn't that what Lost means in Spanish or something?
The Royal Vegas.
But yeah, so let's see. What are the ships here? Look, these skins completely different in the one sense that they actually have an image of him, the person, not the character, but the person on the ship, and that is completely freaking different from any other form of skin that they have done in the past. And I think it also makes a lot of sense given his work again in the art department, being a CCP employee and all of that stuff. But for 495 Plex, you get the skin for the Bargus, the Cerberus, the Hurricane, Ishtar, and Oracle, and then his favorite ship, which is done separately, the Armageddon, is 110 Plex. And I was asking somebody today, it's like, well, why didn't they just package it all together? And somebody actually made the kind of good suggestion that, well, in order to make a lower priced kind of piece, right, they just split out what was apparently his favorite ship. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. It sounded good enough to me that I said, yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds legit. You can just buy the one ship if you want to donate something, and if you have a little more extra cash, you can get the whole package.
Yep, and
I like the one in the Oracle and the.
They're fucking awesome skins. I don't care what ship it's on. That orange is fucking...
the orange is really nice.
Well,
that's some hot shit.
I mean, I haven't seen it in game yet, but it's more like a copper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Arion.
It's like
I'm looking at it on
orange.
my Ishtar.
It's a metallic
orange. It's like metallic orange, yeah. Like metallic rust. Like really advanced rust.
I'm gonna butcher the name. Arion.
It's almost kind of a University of Texas color.
It's a rust nano coating.
Arion Rod Begin? Arion Rod Begin. Okay. Sorry, the name is in a bright green. It's hard to see. 1 year resubscribe. Thanks, man.
Oh, 1 year. That's a lot.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, so I thought this was kind of a, kind of a cool way to, cool tribute. Now, when you spend your Plex, in a way, this is kind of like a modified Plex for good in a way, because when you spend your Plex, I want to say the net proceeds of this. Now they call it, and this actually came up as a bit of a thing where even I asked the question. It's like, well, because they say the profits from this, and that called into question. Well, what percentage of kind of all that Plex ends up being profit? But apparently there's just some tax considerations or something like that. So it's a little bit of a haircut off of what would be kind of the full Plex value. Of the thing. So the majority of it, is going to a fund that is for his I think he's got like a 1-year-old or something like that, and so it goes to benefit his fiance and very young child. So you know what? Tonight's opening shot to a lost member of the EVE community, CCP Blaze. Ooh, that was a cold shot of Tito's. That's been sitting out in my car for like 3 days with like sub-zero temperatures.
Nice.
Do you know, I saw you talk about that. Didn't it like freeze over or something?
It's fucking vodka, man. How the hell is it gonna freeze over?
Yeah, it's gotta get super fucking cold to freeze vodka.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so that's the actually, you know what that skin reminds me of?
BC.
What, Dirk?
There's orange in the Tito's, isn't there?
I think it might just be the beard. It looks the picture at the top where he's like, giving the horns with the
look at the
guitar,
color of the Tito's cap.
Yeah,
he got a fucking Tito's color skin.
Oh, he did.
Official.
I don't know what they're gonna do when I die, but
we went out.
Fireball.
I think we went out
Lots
that
of
day
details
with.
is the answer.
We went out that day with Jeff and Grath and Zenobia to do like a little roam with the skins. Just kind of do like a shout out and tell people to go buy the skins. And Karker was in the stream when we were there, and she said the runes over the top of his picture actually spell out his name.
Yeah.
Because Blaze is actually the his name translated. And that's how he got his CCP name.
Cool.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so anyways, so all the proceeds of that, like I said, go to benefit them. So I think that's nice. I think the EVE community, tends to kind of step up for its own when we know about them and things like that. So good on them. It's gotta be, man. Again, like I said, I mean, we've been doing this a long time, and I don't remember. a CCP employee, passing away or anything like that. So that
I don't know if I.
That, as far as I know, is the first.
Yeah.
And obviously, fucking 35.
That's so young.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's like fucking. That's like younger than most of you, isn't it?
That's
3
3 years older than me. So pretty close.
It's 3 years younger.
Wow.
than me.
I know you're pretty young, Jade, but like, yeah, the rest
Nah.
of this group's older
I'm,
folks.
I'm 31, bro.
Really? I thought you were like,
Yeah.
I thought you were younger than 30. Shows how much I know.
But anyways,
I look
yeah,
good for my age, man. You know.
moving on to
Well, that
to
Fifth
kind
Fleet.
of all that Fifth Fleet. Yeah, exactly. You guys should have seen Jay like 18 months ago. He was like your size, Jin. When I first
Somehow
met
I
him in
doubt that.
Boston
He's
that
got, like,
first
a-
time, he was just this little pint-sized runt walking into my room. I'm like, what the fuck?
Jordan
No,
McGurk
he was
definitely
never-
pressured me as a new player to stay in his room with the Boston meetup.
Exactly.
Hashtag Meave too.
Are you gonna fucking alligate me?
When I split a rhythm with Jay last year, every day he's just like he's headed to the gym. He's like I'm headed to the gym. Them gains, bro. Gotta get them gains.
I mean, when he was telling me he's going to the freaking gym in Vegas, I'm like, oh, would you stop?
Dude, if I went to
I
Vegas,
did.
you know what I'd be doing? Fucking, the food there is apparently really good. I just saw a food
Yeah,
review
if you can
of,
get a
like,
fucking
Korean
seat,
barbecue.
bro.
Did he do his?
Although I will say
Marcia
this.
says, did he do his wild Tito eyes at you?
He did. He flashed me those Tito's eyes, and then he handed me a Yingling, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll try anything twice."
But also right now, again, this is just some sort of quick news that we're kind of hitting over. We got the Holiday Plex and Omega Time Sale that is going on. This is kind of weird to me. I'm going to be honest. Basically, what we have right here right now, and every year CCP around this time does a sale, right? This is a sale on Omega Time in Plex and Plex in Cash. There's no sale on what old people like me use, which is like subscriptions.
Yeah, that's
those are still full price, and this actually ends.
But here's the thing.
It ends like on the.
If you're subscribing, it's $15 a month. If you're buying Plex, it's $18 a Plex. So you're getting a discount by subscribing.
Yeah, so this offer is available through downtime on December 18th. It is 15% off Omega Time in the New Eden store, which would be with Plex, and 15% off all Plex packages on the website for cash. So if you're in the market for one of those two things, I mean, I can't say that I was. I would have looked at a discount on a subscription, but I will wait for the next one before I will wait for the next one.
Yeah, I just never buy Plex. I just don't use it. I don't trade it. I don't deal with it. And...
Same.
I'm lazy.
I thankfully do not have to. as
Yeah,
I'm
like,
a
that's the
CSM.
thing. It's like I could probably farm up and get Plex, but my whole thing with that is like I don't want to spend.
You don't
my-
put you don't
I wanna
you don't
spend
put
my
your ISK
game time
reserves.
grinding so that I can.
Yeah, but you don't put your
afford-
ISK reserves into into a an asset like Bitplex or
no, because liquid currency is the most stable form of investment. There's no need.
why
to
did we
ever-
not name this Bitplex? We named it Plex
Bitplex.
Bits.
Well, what if-
but now it's like the whole Bitcoin
Is
thing.
there
and
a
whatnot.
way to create
it should have been
cryptocurrency
Bitplex.
in Eve? Can we make like Fedocoin or
Can we
something?
make a Cryptoplex?
like Fedocoin?
Fedocoin.
Fedocoin. Someone should make Fedocoin and like somehow find a way to make it work.
Bro, let me tell you, I had
Noisy's
access
going to
to
scream
like,
at us and be like, "No, this would be a violation of the EULA or whatever." But
Would it?
somehow
Making a separate economy in the game?
Well, I'm just I don't know. I mean that would be something that there's a lot of people out there that talk about different sort of derivatives and things like that. But I mean maybe making a cryptoplex type thing might.
What happens when Bitplex crashes, though?
But here's the thing, because I don't know how you do it in the game, because because anything in the game that can be sold and traded already has an established ISK value to it. And so that's the whole thing with Bitcoin, right? Is that it's not backed by any single government.
Well, it's not backed.
It's
No,
not
it's not
backed.
backed.
But the thing is like.
There's literally zero security.
But they still quantify it in terms of what it is in dollars or whatever.
But the
you
rarity,
mean
like
Bitcoin?
the thing is, like, how would you add Fedocoin mining like the way Bitcoin?
Well, you
does
wouldn't.
mining?
Well,
No, you
hold
just-
on.
you just
make a
blockchain.
Bitcoin mining is not. not the same thing.
Doesn't-
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I see what you're saying.
that's the influx, and it's a stable set influx, so that the value stays. The value will shift on the
Well,
market.
that's where we'd have to have some conversion
That's what I'm
going
saying, like,
on
you
out
would
there,
need-
and that's
you
where
can't just,
where Noisy would sit there and go, see, and that's where you trip the
right, because
fucking
any
grenade.
item in the game that can be generated from somewhere is going to be overly generated, and then it's going to just get inflated to the point that there's no point in having it. And then
Well, hold
also,
on, wait a
it's just
minute.
It's
Whoa,
just
whoa.
another item that has a value on the market.
The most important thing right now that we can highlight with this whole bit whatever, all right? Can we not have it use motherfucking video cards to generate these fucking things? Because I've been trying to buy a goddamn video card, and the market looks fucking goddamn terrible because of it. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Bitcoin
That's just because of
motherfuckers.
that's,
Wait, they use
All the
just
miners-
cards.
all the miners
that's
soak
because
them
of the
up.
way like computer science works.
I
not
thought they
because
just used,
oh
like,
you have to use
processors.
video cards.
I thought it was just
Shut
No,
up,
you-
Jen. I'm
Video
being angry
video
right
cards
now.
Video cards can handle the maths better than the processors can because of the way.
Oh.
Because if you think
It's all
about
the
it,
compute
there's a
cores.
lot more computation software to be able to work out the graphical equations that you have to use to represent
Fucking
something in a
crazy.
video
So
card.
they're using the graphics cards to actually do the computations. That's fucking crazy.
Well, no, people who don't know how to Bitcoin mine will use video cards. People who actually know how to Bitcoin mine will go out and find the dedicated CPUs for it. Because there are people who've created
I looked
CPUs
online
that are
because like I
dedicated to
didn't
mining
know shit
Bitcoin.
about Bitcoin, so I started looking it up a little bit because of the whole Bitcoin being in the news lately, and like they actually sell Bitcoin mining things like online. And I was like, oh, well, how much are those? And I look at it, it's like, oh, $8,000 for one. Okay,
You're
and
thinking
it probably burns out
Ethiopia,
by the time you
Masha.
make $10,000 worth of Bitcoins out of it. Because I've heard they like burn out because you got to overclock the shit out of them to make it worth it or something.
No, it's just that your graphics card's not meant to work at 100% capacity for any
Right,
significant length of time, much like a CPU. Because if you don't cap your mining, then you will be running it at 100% because it can use all of the power of anything. Because you're just telling it solve these problems, and it will solve those problems as fast as it can without any sort of software stopping it from doing it fast enough.
Damn.
But anyways, we've derailed.
I was
off
I was pretty into Bitcoin like 3 years ago, and I made some money off it.
I just want to say fuck
You
you,
sold it when it
Bitcoin
spiked
miners that are making it
$35?
impossible to buy a video card.
I think it was like $150 or something ridiculously small when I was in it. I don't remember. I made like no money off it anyway. I was just mining and selling. I made like not a couple of hundred.
I can't find it right now, but there was some story today about some company that like kind of got hacked into or whatever, and they used. I think the story went that they used their like their system resources or whatever to be mining Bitcoin or something. It wasn't Rosneft,
Well,
but
it's
it
like
was
the
some
thing,
other
the
neft.
thing that makes me wonder is like because if you have bitcoins,
The Russian
your
company.
bitcoins are held encrypted on some other like Bitcoin servers, right? And I've seen that there's like these companies that host these Bitcoin encryption servers that like basically hold your stuff. It's almost like a internet bank essentially.
Yeah, it's a
And
bank.
some of
Well,
these
the whole point of
companies get
Bitcoin is that
Hacked and
by
robbed.
mining Bitcoin, you verify the blockchain, which means that you verify all the transactions that have happened.
Right.
So your wallets are
You got to
held
do it
in-
faster than whoever else
Yeah.
is doing it, right?
Yeah. So like, the point of Bitcoin is that it's self-securing, in that as long as people are mining to get more Bitcoin, it means that everything that's happened before is verified.
Right. Well, and the thing is like that there's been some of these companies that just get either hacked and the shit stolen, or they just go bankrupt. And like there was, I was reading on one went bankrupt, and so all the people that they shut their server down, so all the people that had bitcoins there just completely lost all their bitcoins. It was like $180 million worth of bitcoins just poof out of there.
I mean, there's tons of. Did you hear about that one guy who had like a
there's
couple
no
of
there's
thou-
no FDIC. It's like, oh, my bitcoins are gone and I get nothing. Okay, well I'm fucked now. So
Did you like hear about the guy who had like a couple of thousand bitcoins on an old hard drive, and like he threw
Yeah.
it away, and then found
somewhere
out
in
how
a
much
landfill
bitcoins are
right now.
worth, and like literally started digging through the landfill trying to find his old hard drive because it was worth like a couple of 100,000 or something ridiculous.
you'll never find that in a landfill.
That right
That
there
was a
has
couple of
got to
years
be
ago.
an
It
internet
was so
freaking
funny.
story. And now there are people hunting around for what freaking landfill a hard drive might be in.
Or maybe he wanted to do like his own reality show, so he's like, I'm gonna go out and dig in this landfill, and people are gonna film it, we'll put it on YouTube, and hopefully the views and likes and stuff on YouTube will reimburse me a little bit for my fucking Bitcoin.
The mystery of Skull Island. We're all looking for the hard drive here.
Or what was it? Capone's Vault.
Capone's Vault.
Like Chroma software.
Capone's Bitcoin.
But yeah, anyways, okay, so we got off the fact that there's a sale currently going on,
Oh, right,
you know, with the whole Holiday Plex and Omega Time, Holiday Plex and Omega Time sale. If you're interested in that sort of thing, if that's your shtick, then yeah, there you go. CCP's having a sale that leaves subscribers out. Whatever.
Well, like, yeah, well.
But now we're gonna get into some actual stuff in space news. Dirk, remember the Atari ET cassette landfill story? No, Freelancer.
I was gonna mention
literally don't remember the Atari. No, I don't. I remember the Atari. It was badass. You see, they're selling freaking some Atari. It doesn't even look like the Atari from my day. I mean, it's kind of got a slight resemblance to it, but it's much smaller, which is bullshit because that was a good size console. Whatever. All right, this right here. I just linked it in Twitch chat. I mean, you can click on this, not click on it, whatever. This is a bunch of goddamn Rorquals, like 200 billion worth, that got killed.
Pretty cool, though.
Part of Goons, part of Monkey Attack Squad and Goons. This is not like a rip on Goons or anything like that. But look, I'm sorry, when 200 billion
It's
worth
all
of
one it's literally one guy's.
It's one guy.
Rorqual fleet.
Yeah.
Is it the same dude that we fucking gassed last time?
Zerat.
No.
Zerat Z.
Different guy.
Different guy. Looks like an AU time zone up.
Well, apparently, and again, I've only got some, vague details in this. I'm sure somebody out there in the audience will fill it in, and but apparently there was an op going on up north, and this guy was deciding that
lighting a Sino, nothing of value was lost, etc. Right? Come on, LB, help me out.
You're missing a couple spin runs there. Already replaced. Did you see already replaced?
On here. The hell
already replaced, yeah.
Yeah, the hell they've
well,
have you seen that?
There was an op going on up north, and he was down there doing his thing. So, does anybody have a detail on this as to who he is?
I was there. I was there.
I was there. There we go. See, that's what we want. I was theirs.
So, big Herf Blurf op. We're going out. We're going to shoot some Citadels. So I get in a Jackdaw fleet. We go out. We shoot a Retaru. And then comms goes silent, and they say, okay, we're going to go reship to Ferox's. So we reship to Ferox's, we get on a Titan, we get flinged into this shit show. Like 16 Rorquals on the field, a fucking carrier, a bunch of dreadnoughts and shit. So all the Rorquals die. We waste all the dreadnoughts. Whatever, not a fair trade, but whatever. That's what
already
happened.
Replaced? How's that?
Already replaced.
My side?
Nothing of value was lost. I forget some of the other ones you used there, Jay. But
when you say not a fair trade, you mean like Rorqual lives matter and Dreadnought lives
well,
don't?
Like
or...
it's squads. It's obviously very one-sided, right? But they've been pinging for this op for like 2 days. So everybody should have known, if you're a huge fucking Rorqual nerd, everybody's going to be out on this op, so don't go out and mine. This guy's out with 16 fucking Rorquals, cherry-picking all the belts in this constellation. Of course he got dropped.
Oh, was he cherry-picking too? Being a fucking cucklord?
He's a huge cherry-picker as well.
Wow,
so,
fuck him. He deserved it.
Maybe he got AWOXed. Maybe the person he was cherry-picking from was like, you know what, I'm so fucking tired of this guy.
According to the Gobbins post on Reddit, what happened is that the Horde and GOTG, that kind of group up north, put a forward Citadel kind of approaching in Goon space, and Goons were like, right, it's time to drop the old hammer, a bit of show and force, a bit of shock and all. So they pinged it for ages. They brought tons of super capitals, like it was going to be a big old show of force, drop everything for a bit of fun. So they get like halfway there, and obviously you cannot move a super force and all that shit without everybody else in Nullsec knowing. So no plans to defend the Citadel, so people just got wormhole routes ready. So, the PL Fishy group in Delve and the GOTG Horde guys, they all just dropped on the now undefended Rorquals, because all the super capitals were half a region or a region away. And then what the Imperium forces decided to do, according to that post, is that the super capitals just kind of like tethered up halfway along the route, and they sent these sub-capital fleets back to go and try and defend the Rorquals.
That's not accurate, though.
I'm just
the subcaps didn't turn back to defend the Rorquals. We already had subcaps in Delve. So those guys in the Jackdaws that were shooting Raytarus reshipped into Feroxes, and that's who came to save the Rorquals. We were already in Delph. We were shooting Raytarus in NPC Delph.
So what do we got? We got 5. Was it 1, 2, 3,
Boys,
4, 5?
I've got
5
some,
dreads. You got 5 dreads on that?
I've got
What
what
you
I
got,
think is some
Ken?
breaking
Squad of
news
bombers,
from
Dad.
Eve.
Oh, hold on.
Apparently,
We have
CPA,
breaking news.
Apparently, Captain Patrick Archer is leaving Triumvirate and like kind of judging on his way out to NC Dot.
Wow.
And kind of judging on his way out. See, now I got to
Yeah,
pull up
like,
my Discord
I'm
channel.
hearing he
Ouch.
might have, like,
Is he
stolen
working
shit,
with
what?
Jay Maricady? Like the two of them have been
Oh,
arguing a lot
God.
lately, and I'm wondering if whether or not now we've got
Please
a.
don't say that name.
Are any Keepstars involved?
Jay Macaroni.
Man, right? That guy.
Keep stars.
Boy. I don't know. I just like someone just like fucking hemmed me. It was like, yo, is CPA judging try? The
Yeah.
judge is now a verb.
Yeah,
In a
right?
different way.
Wow.
Wow, fuck.
Look at our reality.
Any
just got
estimates
turned
on
up,
like
right?
on how much he's grabbing, or is that just gonna have to come out later?
I don't even know if he's grabbing anything right now. I don't
Oh,
want
he
to fucking...
should. He should tell.
We don't want to. We don't want
to.
to speculate. It's too early.
Yeah,
we
get
don't
a hold
want
of
to
him. Be
speculate.
like, don't hold back, bro. Just take it all. No one will care.
Oh God, live streaming. That'd be hilarious.
Oh man, that'd be great. Yeah. Tell him
Yeah,
to
apparently
combo.
he pulled a ton of what is supposedly his own money out of Try, but people are questioning whether it's actually his money.
When you say his money,
Uh-oh.
do you mean his money, or do you mean money that he feels that due to everything he's done for the time he was there that he was owed?
Like
I'm
a
reading
Hakawa?
his post, and it said that it's his money that he's put in.
Okay,
So he's
it's-
withdrawing his severance
it-
package.
It's a Hakawa situation.
I put the big post in stream chat.
Fucking Hakawa. That fucking guy too.
I haven't heard from him. He came in my TeamSpeak like 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago.
Whatever happened to him?
He's just out doing his thing. But yeah, I talked to him like, I don't know, like in early summer, I think, but I haven't heard from him since then.
That's a wall of text.
That is a lot of fucking text.
Where?
But no, Too Long didn't read at the end. That's his bullshit. I'm not reading that.
Yep. Bro, got that ADD. Not happening.
Let's make up fake shit instead. He's taking it
Yeah.
all. He's got 3 Keepstars
So
in
he
his
got
pocket.
mad. Somebody stole his girl.
Oh,
He
probably.
was like,
oh,
fuck that shit.
never mind.
I'm done.
Keyed his car.
Keyed that motherfucker's car because, he's kind of low-key passive-aggressive, right? He's not going to come out and confront him. So, keyed that motherfucker's car, taking his disc, and he's fucking taking his ball and going home.
I just want to say this: if we do have a judge moment that is going down, I need everybody to remain cool. We don't want anybody getting banned like unnecessarily or whatever.
Don't go
Make
off
sure
losing
you
your
say
fucking
in
hands and
game
shit.
at the end of your shit.
the all-inclusive disclaimer. Just say in game and you're good.
If I can get to your avatar in game, I'll cut its hands off.
Oh, okay. Then here's a fucking great paragraph. Now I can see you think, where will the ISK go, Pat? Are you stealing it in the end after all? I'm very aware this is the most judge way of saying this, but I promise you it's the truth. The ISK belongs to the members and the people that put in the effort
It belongs
to
to the
build it
people.
to what it is and fought all those years to keep it.
We must
So
seize
the
the
way
means
I
of
will give back
production.
to the people who deserve it is as follows. Anyone that wants to come with me and enjoy Eve in NC Dot will get my help to switch
Who's
my
coming
shield
with
super
me?
to an
The
armor.
Jerry Maguire moment.
So he
Jerry
got-
Maguire, that bitch.
Show me the money.
He's taking the fucking goldfish and he's dipping out with the fucking
yeah,
secretary.
Apparently he's taking shit, I guess. Holy shit.
Oh man. So
Good for
he's
him.
telling people
Fuck
to
it.
come
Yeah.
with us. So he's like, I'll be Robin Hood if you come with me. Otherwise, I actually am. Yes, I'm stealing your
Boy.
shit.
Somebody PM that dude and get him to
It's
fucking
time for
come on
try
here.
Mark 19.
Try Mark 420. But yeah, rip fucking...
Poor try. They
him, I
came
guess.
so far. But in
Do
the
we have
end,
anywhere I'll post the link, by the way, in fucking...
I just saw him a little while
Discord.
ago. I mean, he's been talking shit with. Well, I don't want to say he's been talking shit. He's been part of the nonsense going on in this one fucking channel we've got over on Talking in Stations Discord. Over the last few days, and so I just saw him there like I don't know a couple hours ago or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe his alarm clock hadn't gone off.
No, man.
When does my steal
his
it all
Goon
clock
Slum
go off?
handler hadn't told him to do it yet.
His handler.
Oh, man.
I don't know what
I
I'm
don't like
doing.
to
I'm just
shake
doing a
my
shot.
head
So,
at
I was, yeah,
so,
I was just.
You know what? Here's to the
let's-
listeners. Here's to the listeners. Thank you for being here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God! All of a sudden, we jump up and freaking viewers like. Who
Well, it's
knows?
because we're talking
You know,
about the
maybe
theft.
every week we should just be doing breaking news. Jay McClane ripped off Sniggerly tonight.
Oh wow.
All right, I posted the link in fucking TIS links if you want to take a look. And there's a Pastebin leak of like everything that you said. Like it was this huge fucking like 2K words long post of just hashtag words that I'm not reading.
Hashtag
Yeah, I'm not
word.
reading.
Microwave's done.
Yeah, so is my computer.
So if anybody can hear
Shit.
beeping out there every once in a while,
Is that your
when Jin is keyed up, it's because apparently his motherboard may or may not be on life support. So if we hear it go full straight line beep, then we know it's dead.
What is
Rip
2
Jintan?
beeps? Like I used to know what that means. Normally 2 beeps. Like you turn your computer on, 1 beep is good. That means everything's working the way it's supposed to. Although now
And
computers
actually,
don't
if
really
we-
beep anymore, but they used to. 2 beeps.
We are trying to look for Captain Patrick Archer at the moment. However, if there is anybody else out there with actual freaking knowledge of what may or may not be going on, we'd be more than happy to have you come on and let us know rather
If
than
you're on
just
the
let
ground
Reddit break it all.
right now, we want to talk to.
That's right.
Manic
if you-
Velocity just subscribed. He
Aw,
finally made it. He
Manic.
finally came to the dark side.
Look at you, bro.
He took the red pill this time.
That's
yeah.
my boy Blue right there.
I gotta say though, I am surprised that you guys are noticing the fact that my computer's beeping and not the fact that my headset is literally held together with duct tape.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's
We
American.
never criticize people's hardware
I
like that,
couldn't
only when
see
it
it
makes a
past
fucking
your-
noise.
I couldn't see it past your fucking Unabomber haircut, bro.
Well, wait. That's duct tape and Scotch tape. That's like the
Bro, you know what you need in your life? Some JB Weld will fucking fix that right up.
No, it won't.
Come on, dude,
Wait.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm just gonna get a new headset at some point when I'm
some
not poor.
epoxy, man. Epoxy works on everything.
I don't have any of that shit, man. I got tape. I'm using tape.
If
If I had fucking epoxy,
Hey,
I'd use
Jin,
epoxy.
when you're-
if I had
when you're
super glue, I'd
fucking-
use super glue. You know.
When your computer dies, just if it makes you feel better, I'll keep your seat on the CSL warm for you.
Yeah, thanks, babe. We can choose our replacements, right?
I got you, boo.
Sorry if I'm looking off to the side here. I'm trying to find something.
Pale okay hand.
Extreme,
I'm
okay.
doing real work here. God's
you're
work.
doing work.
I still
Well,
get
you don't
to
see,
my
he's
spot, right?
jamming.
Didn't I just get to pick that up whenever I want?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just like, yeah, it's like a drop.
Yeah,
of
you know how
pen.
you get that? You vote for me, Apophis.
Vote for Jay.
Because if you don't, you're gonna get purged out of court. I mean, what? That's weird. Who said that?
Oh.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, when is I know the CSM stuff is gonna be.
It's like April.
Well, that's like the actual elections, but I mean, like when is like the signups for people wanting to run?
Campaign
In the
That's
past,
season
that's
usually
in the
starts
past
around
that's
now.
always been
Yeah,
no.
that's gotta be soon.
This is kind of the
I
unofficial
literally
period. The
started
actual sign
campaigning
up
season.
where CCP kind of takes in stuff has always been after the second summit, and the second summit is going to be in January at some point, judging by the past.
I
I
think
can't
Jay
honestly
was-
say
I'm in touch.
when
I'm
it's
in
gonna be,
touch with
because
the
it hasn't been told
captain.
yet.
Oh shit!
I
What?
created this CSM 13 campaigning season.
Well, I was
It's
just saying,
built on
Jay,
a solid foundation of Jay.
Jay, you should campaign like Camacho Mountain Dew, whatever, off of Idiocracy. Like that would be.
All
the
right,
best
I
campaign.
already had to rebuff fucking Eve Onion trying to drown my campaign by saying I was endorsed by Trump. I was like, you know how many
Oh, no.
you know how many Europeans are gonna probably like not vote for me now just because you put that in a tweet?
Well, I mean, I did have the whole CSM thing on the show notes tonight. I definitely had it later in the show, only because I think that this right here will be what I will call our kickoff of talking about the CSM election.
Oh,
Other than what
Why
I
the
said,
fuck are we
other than what
kicking
I
off
said
talking
about
the
3 weeks
election
ago,
in
which
fucking
is
December?
I can't help it, bro.
It's
That's
like
what I do. I
6
kick shit off.
months.
no.
Fuck
Well,
off.
hold on. The election should be in late
like 3 or
January,
4
early
months.
February, right? I mean, somewhere around there.
Our
but
presidential
I gotta
tell you, though, I
elections
have a
start like
really-
2 years before. Like the presidential
Give or
elections
take.
for 2020 will start next year. Like the campaigns will start next year.
We're a
It
fucking
started-
internet spaceship game. Can we like?
I'm not even.
Jintan,
I gotta be honest. I'm not even
Let's
sure why
Let's
Fuzzy
talk
CSM.
about the CSM.
Hey, can I just say, I have, for the next, 6 months, I have a really fun CSM campaign planned out that hopefully everybody will enjoy, right?
Yeah.
I have a really fun one as well. But that being said,
Wait, you're running too?
I'm not running under Dirk McGurk. I may run under the Judge Roy Moore. Okay, but
Oh my god.
and I am going to play into every aspect of that as it relates to EVE Online, make EVE great again. Because I think that he's got some positions that match up with a lot of the lore in EVE. I will do it as a lore-based campaign run if I do it. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I should. But I think the Judge Roy Moore has a place on the CSM.
I'd be down for some Twitter battles and some podcast PvP with some Judge Roy Moore. Hey, anything. Here's the thing. Like, I talked to some people. Anything to get more engagement, right? Anything to bring awareness to the fact that we want people to actually vote. Like, that's the important part.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like,
Mackling has a good point. He's like, Dirk, be careful. If you run, you might win, or you'll probably.
Well, I think and McLeod has it actually.
In this climate.
Will the Judge Roy Moore be a Marian? You know he will be a Marian because you've got to have that entire connection to religion and slavery and all those kinds of things.
And they have the best buttons underneath their desk that lock the door behind you as you come into their office.
dude, you seen that
Jin,
fucking
you're writing a bunch of articles about this, right?
That dank CS Shuffle post? 9 alpha accounts of alleged Dirk McGurk ganked them in high sec.
But
Hashtag me too.
But no, you know what? I mean, while we're on this, while we're on the CSM, okay, so we'll actually move this up here, and this is sort of kind of like just sort of spitballing while I've hear more from what's going on out here in Patrick Archer's space. Jay, let me ask you. I mean, look, you and I are bros, bro. We were in Vegas together. We fucking partied. I'm not saying we reached over or anything, but
at this point, we allegedly did that.
I was unaware of the fact that you had a serious inclination to run. Now, look, I know you've done EVE TV a couple times, so I'm wondering if there's a connection there. But I mean, really, what was the impetus for why you want to be involved with on the CSM? I mean, do you not feel as though you're already kind of influential?
Okay, so it's probably after what happened with Judge, right? And just seeing the amount of meta play that's going on in the CSM. I was like, man, I don't really dig that. I don't think that's super dope. I think that kind of subtracts from what we could be getting out of the CSM if people weren't focused on metagaming shit and bending down and fucking blowing each other at fucking CSM meetings. Maybe we could get a little more done, or maybe we could I could bring potentially what I bring to the table and have some better means of communication, not just selling the ideas, but selling myself with the ideas in a way that these people might be more receptive to actually listen to things from. Like if I'm not trying to smack them over the head being like, this shit's dumb, and I come, you know what I mean, with a much better full package to the information that I'm bringing them on the topics that they're interested in. And potentially the topics they're not interested in, because we're going to talk about faction warfare, even though Jintan told me that it's not on the goddamn roadmap. I don't give a fuck, because faction warfare is my goddamn Jiminy Jam, Jintan.
I get you, fam. I think your explanation of why you wanted to be on there was pretty good anyway. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I mean, just because it's not on the roadmap doesn't mean it can't be worked on and changed, though.
Well, I gotta say, I had a lot of faith in the Judge, right? I didn't really exactly agree with what he did. Now, obviously, that's an in-game thing, but it kind of got brought into something that I find really special about EVE, and that's the CSM, the fact that we have these representatives that do this kind of work communicating with CCP. Nobody else has that, right? So I felt that was a bit of a violation of my trust, because I was like, oh, I know Judge, he's a good guy, but hearing about the meta stuff and doing... Obviously, it's not wrong.
That only happen, in the meals, we're not exactly fucking metagame each other whilst we're talking to CCP. We've got shit to do. We're there to do work.
But that's not to say that somebody...
Well, actually, I gotta be honest. I mean, we weren't led to believe that this year.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Dirk?
I'm just saying, like the one overshadowing thing from the CSM this year seems to have been that I don't know, while you're up there, people are like, doing things.
So the fact that we actually got CCP to make a balanced team, that's way less important for the game than the fact that Judge fucking betrayed someone. That's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to wonder, like, what's going on in those meetings? Or, like, is Aerith and the judge just, like, looking at each other going, we'll talk afterwards?
No.
Or, like, are they focused on the people's business?
Well, here's the thing, Jim.
And gibbers.
The judge thing got all the media coverage, so the judge thing was in everyone's minds. Everyone was talking about it. The balance thing is more important for the game and has more of an effect on the game than Judge.
Marcia wants to drink. I'll drink.
Money. Yeah, me too. So it's kind of one of those, like, one has a bigger effect in people's psyche, and one has a bigger effect in actuality of gameplay.
But hold on, I don't want to derail from asking Jay why he wants to run and whatnot, because
it's like so fucking dumb. Like,
and we don't normally. I mean, last year we got a little bit involved with the whole like high set candidate thing, and I think that still needs to be a thing. I think they still need to work themselves out as a to formulate themselves into a block, and we can get into that as this election kind of rolls on. Okay, but I do want to ask Jay. I mean, Jay, kind of what you're sounding like is something along the lines of, you've got more of a conduit kind of approach to this than necessarily I have these ideas kind of a thing.
Yeah,
am I
so
reading
everybody
that right?
comes in, people come in with these kind of false, like, platforms, right? There's no such thing as a real platform. You can come in with whatever you want to change, right? But there's no telling that, like, like Jin said, it's not on CCP's roadmap. So, coming in saying, I'm going to change this, it's fucking dumb. Like, you're not, like, you can buck against the fucking system of them and their plan and what they're implementing all you want, but that's not going to fucking get you anywhere, right? So coming in and saying, oh, they need to address this, and they need to address this, it's kind of a false start to me. Like, this whole idea that I'm coming in and I'm representing this one group and that's it, those are my pizzos. Like, no, you're there to be a reasonable sounding board for CCP and their ideas. Potentially, a voter base did get you in and you represent the area. But I like to think about it as the fact that you represent the game itself and how the ecosystem and whatever drives that game forward so that we can have fun, we can get people out in space, and we can move forward for another decade of EVE, and a healthy decade of EVE, right? Where we're pushing player count up by retaining players and bringing in new players.
Well, I mean, what is your sort of vision on what an ideal kind of CSM member is? I mean, like, do you expect there to be a high degree of knowledge about game mechanics? I mean, you've got certain players out there that are really like, geared into like the minutia of the numbers and like, what the optimal fucking transversal is and all that kind of shit, and then you've got other people who are, playing it. What is your niche that you're trying to kind of like go for out there? I mean, because I know that you were part of Faction Warfare and things like that. Obviously now you've been part of Pandemic Legion. You're a member of the kind of, community out there in terms of, EVE Best of Us and things like that. I mean, like, are you generalizing, or in a way, or do you feel as though you have a niche of representation?
I don't even want to label. We're gonna put the label on it and be like, you're a generalist, or you're this, or we're gonna put you in this.
Is there an intersection where you can intersect?
Don't even say that. That's a toxic. We're gonna refuse to acknowledge intersection. No, but here's the thing. I don't feel that I serve a niche, right? Like, I feel personally I've done a really good job advocating for Best of Us. I've done a really good job advocating for Fit Fleet and trying to motivate and get people to a better place where they feel good about themselves, right? If I can bring that level of representation towards, getting EVE into a better place, where both the players are happy and CCP's not doing shit to step all over the players' toes and their own toes, and, creating a better game for us, that's my platform. Like, that's my niche. Like, we're gonna make fucking EVE great again. How's that? Oh god, I said it.
Oh my god,
did it? Is it?
Number one, you can't say that. You can't say that because that's the Judge Roy Moore's fucking platform. I'm not letting you get on it. I already have it fucking published out there.
But wait.
Is it
at least published in Twitch chat.
If you've already got your logos made with
and
Mega,
on Twitter,
Jay, you could still keep it because you could say "Make EVE good again.
Can I actually just push in, like, just about that
Go ahead.
question that you
No,
asked?
Lean in.
Yeah,
Push it.
Lean in.
You can lean in, but you
Push
can't
it real
I'm
push
gonna
good.
force
Push it
my
real
way
good,
in.
Jin.
Just like Harvey Weinstein, I'm gonna force my way into this conversation
Oh my god.
and jerk off in a plant pot.
As long as you promise
I'm
to
gonna-
play with me a little bit, I'll be alright.
Yeah, baby, don't worry. I'll get you that starlet roll, Jay.
Nice.
But no, Dirk, like the question you asked there, I thought was kind of, I think, an expression of a misconception that a lot of people have about the CSM, in that you said, yeah, but what's your, like, technical focus? And I don't think people realize that the reason why you have 10 people is so you can have experts like that, and also people like Jay. Jay really reminds me of Nash from last year, from CSM 11, actually.
What we
think-
like
But I
to
don't
refer
have
to
that
as
same. I don't have that same kind of Captain Jack Sparrow vibe. But I'll do my best.
Well, that's the whole fucking goatee thing. Nothing more. And the fact that, well, anyways. All right, but hold on. And that's what we like to refer to as a community candidate.
I don't think that's necessarily correct, Dirk. When I ran on a very similar, almost identical principle to what Jay ran on, but I was very much not a community candidate.
I'm not
Like, I don't run
denigrating it.
community
I'm not
teams.
denigrating it. I think that there's room for a bunch of different
We're just saying,
styles.
don't put me in a box, bro. I'm
I'm not trying to put you in a box. I'm asking you if
Dirk.
you are in a box or if you're not. If you're,
I'm not in
if
a
you're
box.
more generalizing.
How can I be in a box? I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly, baby.
Peacocks don't fucking fly, motherfucker.
They fan their tails,
But I
though.
will let you look
They
good.
look good as fuck, though, right?
Just like you do when you're flexing. You ain't gonna fly, but you can you can show off.
Look, I think that there are people out there that okay. Number one, you have a certain crowd out there that runs on just, this is who I am. I'm part of the organization that you're part of. Fucking vote for me, or like, whatever, and then follow the rest of our shit, right? And quite honestly, some of the people in those organizations are incredibly fucking smart, and I don't even want to get into that. And then you've got people who are saying, you know what, look, I know a lot about this game. I think that if CCP were to bounce things off of me, I could give them feedback. And then there are other people who say, you know what, I have things that I know about this game, but I also have connections with other people, and I am willing to listen to what it is they have to say, and I'm willing to present that. And then you've also got people who are like, I'm a community candidate. And it's like, I don't mean to denigrate that in any way, the community candidate aspect
about
of
to
things.
denigrate it.
No, I'm not. But if they are merely running on a community candidate platform, to where it's like, I'm here to do stuff for the community, that is like, it ends up being very vague in a way. Because number one, if you are really good at being strong in the community, you are already connected to CCP to the point where you can actually drive community stuff, okay? Like, you don't actually have to be on the CSM to do that. But if you're using your community connections in order to further, like, really good ideas, then that's kind of like a hybrid, sort of category.
Well,
so
here's
I was
the thing,
trying
it's
to
not-
kind of place
it's
it
not
based
my
on the
job
last
to have-
few
Do a
elections.
shot.
It's not my job to have the ideas that get brought to CCP. It's my job to communicate with players about their ideas and see what I can do to make CCP receptive to at least hearing them out. So when they go and do a design pass on whatever that topic is, they have that in the back of their mind because they talked to me and the information actually got retained because I gave it to them in a packaging by using, communication and just being a fucking decent human being, that I'm not like shouting it at them, that it sticks in their head and they retain that. So when they go to make that pass, maybe they reach back and they're like, oh, that's right. Jay told me about this idea that I thought was really interesting. Now that we're going and actually touching on this part of space, let me work around with this idea.
I think one of the important things to be able to point to, if you are not hi, I am from Alliance Block X, and I have several thousand votes for me, and I will therefore get on, is for you to have a public body of work to point to. And I think that Jay has a pretty reasonable shot at that because of his involvement with Fit Fleet. He's got his name out there on Eve TV, and that's shown both his strong work ethic, but also his ability to work with people. And I think he's running on I don't want to say opposite, but a very contrasting platform to someone like a Mr. Hyde, for example, who we all remember as a good streamer, really strong solo pilot. But he even was quite blunt in saying that his opinions that he got on the CSM because people believed that his ideas were good. So when he was talking to CCP, he was bringing forth what he thought was good, and a very, very small set of people that he thought was saying the right thing. Compared
he was
to
representing what he thought to be a constituency, within. And again, he's one of those
Mr.
players
Hyde
that
didn't really represent a constituency, though. He was very much not a "I'm driven by the people who vote for me" kind of guy. He was on there specifically to be an expert. That's how he saw himself.
Technical kind of thing. But he still had kind of a constituency of the type of style he flew, as opposed to across all genres of big fleet, 1v1.
Well, that's not to say that I don't have experience out in space as well.
Have you been in space?
I sometimes I am not. No, but seriously, like after totally neckbearding into faction warfare for 2 years straight, that is a real passion of mine and a real kind of a roots to my experience in EVE that I really want to help represent. I mean, it's not the end state, it's not my niche, it's not, you know what I mean? I'm not the low set candidate, but I have very strong cultural roots in faction warfare because it's been some of the best gameplay that I've had in this game, and I really love it.
Knowledge and love. I'm saying knowledge and attachment to it to the point that you could represent it.
One of the things I've learned
Search the sky, call a shot. I'm just going to load one up.
I'll do
we're
another
going to
one
come to a point here where we actually do that one.
Fuck.
Should you just do this as a CSM interview process, where you get them drunk and then you interview them, you see if their shit stays?
Honestly,
I'm gonna be
okay, all right.
I'm gonna be honest.
So,
through the history of Open Comms, we do not interview a whole lot of people. I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to put it out there. Look, you're obviously a fucking friend of the show and stuff like that. And we do bring on candidates and whatnot. We will never do one of those things where we interview anybody who just throws a fucking hat in the ring, kind of a thing. Because quite honestly, look, it's generally a waste with the number of fucking candidates that are out there. But whatever. Other shows do that and they do it well.
I'm just wondering.
But here it's we'll talk to people.
I was just gonna say, I like the idea.
I'm doing the shot after I said that.
Yeah, shot. I'll update the counter to St. Marcia before you get on me for it, but I like the idea of the whole drunk thing because it's almost like Drunken History where they know their spiel, but you get them drunk and then you have them recite it. It comes out.
Breaking news.
Also, real talk. A lot of the time, you're going to be spending talking
We've got a lot of time.
We've got a lot of time to be able to
cover. We've got a lot of time to be able to cover things that are related to the CSM, and we will bring back Jay McLean. Just because he's kind of a semi fucking regular here and shit like that. No, we're not kicking him the fuck out. Jay, you gotta fucking go because
Jay, you gotta go. We'll bring you back, but you gotta go.
However, we do have Captain Patrick Armor, Archer. Are you still currently with Tri? Formerly of Tri? The Judge Inc. Where are you right now?
No, I'm still in Tri right now, but I'm leaving. I'm on cooldown right now, the timer.
All right, can you tell us?
Why are you leaving, bro?
Can you tell us? Yeah, let's just start from the beginning here. I mean, obviously, look, Talking in Stations was was willing to go live or able to go live the night that the whole fucking Judge thing went down with CO2. We just happen to be here right now, and I really want to thank you for coming on. Let's just take it from the beginning. What's going on?
Well, it's not you shouldn't really make it any bigger than it is. It's some internal corp shit which led to alliance shit, I guess, at some point. And I don't know, I was kind of done with it. I had a couple options and I decided that it's not worth my my time anymore. There's a full story which leaked on Reddit right now, it was an internal forum post that I made and linked to my corp before that. But yeah, the full story's there. It's pretty hard to TLDR, but basically felt like some people fucked me over and it wasn't worth my time to stay around.
I mean, I personally do not want you to TLDR it. I want you to tell us your side of it. Now, I do want to look, obviously, I'm in Talking in Stations Discord, right? I see what's going on in the Set It channel and stuff like that. This is not you and Jay Maricati, is it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that, just like in case it comes out in a fucking leaked log on the 13th day of Christmas or something.
That name has no power and no meaning. Like, it means nothing.
Or the 6th day of Hanukkah, Dirk. Mazel Tov.
12th day of Kwanzaa, like wherever we are right
there.
now in the fucking like advent calendar of chocolate things that like
if you're crazy enough to fucking celebrate Kwanzaa, fucking
However,
happy Kwanzaa.
I am going to try and like dial myself back. I'm going to try and dial the whole fucking show back right now because I think that look, with Try's position out there right now, I think that this is actually, and people out there like talk about my I use it intentionally as a just trying to think fucking ahead because stuff's like kind of breaking right now. But you said this began as a corp thing, it then went to an alliance thing. What kind of damage are we looking at here, and how are you handling that in terms of like I don't know, the rest of the alliance that you have been a high-ranking member of?
Well, I started a new job a couple months ago, so I've been largely AFK during the last 2 months or so. So I don't think it will impact the day-to-day stuff as much as people think right now. Like, Try has been like under constant pressure for, I don't know, ever since we started this war thing with FCON, and we've grown stronger with every billion that XX throws at mercenary contracts, to the point where we're stronger than we were ever before. So I think they'll Try will survive, and I think it's people are making it bigger than it is.
There's word out there that you've taken some assets or ISK or whatever the heck it is. And again, I'm working on sketchy fucking details right now, so I'm just like merely asking kind of general questions. Did you rip them off? Did you take what was literally yours? Did you take what you felt was owed?
The full story is in the thing, but basically, I ran Quam, which is a very old corporation. Some of you may know it. It's been a corp since 2003 when I found it around 3 years ago. It was basically a dead mission alt corp from some NC Dot dudes, and the current CEO of it, Mike, was in there as well. So I started it, building it. Mike went AFK basically, so I was the only one left. It has like, I don't know, fuck knows how many shares divided over fuck knows how many tunes. Some of which were in corp, some of which are out of corp, and Mike basically went completely dark. So at the time, I moved the ISK that we made to. Some of the ISK to another corp, which is not standard practice, but there's multiple people that do that, and also where like the CEO has the biggest assets in one corp with an API for the directors and shit to check up on it. So that's what I did, and this was how it's been for 2 years. Now he came back and he stripped my roles, and he demanded the ISK back, and he hasn't, like, he can check his skill, but he hasn't done anything ever. He's been massively AFK. And I told him, well, like, you don't deserve the CEO position, so, like, you can, like, fuck off, basically. So,
I mean, this sounds very personal. I mean, this sounds very kind of localized. Is this a? Go ahead.
It is, and so yeah, I made up my mind. I'm going to make a new corp and put it in Try. That's what I was gonna do. Obviously, all the guys in Quam will follow me regardless, because they're not going to stay with a guy that they've never seen before, because he's been AFK for the last 3 years. So yeah, I made a new corp, applied it to Try, went ahead and logged on my holding alt to accept it, to find my roles removed completely, like the director removed, without any word from either Warren or Garth, because we run Try together. So that was round 2 of all that, I guess, and that made me decide that it's enough. I'm leaving.
Now, when you say you're leaving, where's the destination? I'm sorry.
I'm going to NC Dot.
That's right, NC Dot. Yeah.
He's fed up of killing the Blue Donuts, so he's going to go join it.
You know the parties, the real parties is CBA, so.
like there's the only thing was like I want to respond to Jin there because like, that's the obvious thing to say, but I wouldn't know who else to join because the only thing I don't like about NC is the deal with XX because obviously we've been finding them forever. But if you don't want to join them, like the only other option would be Goons, but then I'd be joining Goons and that like.
Yeah,
I mean,
nobody
You
likes
don't
that.
want to. You don't want to
I
do
completely
that.
understand
Yeah,
what
no,
you're saying.
Ooh,
I honestly, like, I mean, I'm not a goon. I'm goon pet or whatever they call it. But when we moved to TNT initially, like the goons just have this thing, this reputation outside. Like if you're outside of the Imperium, they have this reputation. Like, oh god, yeah, I don't know if I want to go there.
Well,
It's very comfortable. I mean, like there's a lot of benefits to it. But the thing is, like when we moved here, it was out of just sheer spite, not for good. It was sheer spite because when we got kicked out of our space, we have two places to go. One is to the NC.PL group who just invaded and kicked us out of our space.
well, you
so
mean
we were salty.
you mean
at
NC
them.
dot?
Well, is PL and NC. were working together when they kicked us out of the north up there. So it's like,
Yeah, but you weren't getting into the PL.
yeah, well, we weren't getting into any of those. But it's like okay, we could go.
You might get
those
into NC dot.
places. We could go to those places, but we didn't want to because like they just killed us, or goons, and that was like the only two viable options at that point. And so we went goons, but yeah, I mean NC dot. Like it's funny though because like now that I've been on this side of the pond for so long, like the thought of going to like NC dot PL is just like I don't know, oh man.
Although I do
I know
have to,
people
I
over
do
there.
have
I
to
like
kind of
people
step
over
in
there.
here as the official goodwill ambassador of PL, snickeredly as a corporation. PL is taking on new corporations in a trial basis and seeing if they fit well with the alliance.
Well, I mean, like I'm sure I would have fun with it because I mean I know people in I know you and Dirk and Grath and Elise and Pan. I know people over in PL, but it's just like,
Motherfucker.
You were at
And
the
a
PL
potty,
dinner,
fuck that, dude,
like
right?
eating a bunch of meat like 2 years ago.
in a potty too. Sorry. Oh.
I've been in PL for over 3 years.
Yeah, fucking APOF, man.
Oh damn.
The fucking
Counting out the
APOF,
dude with the
like,
small
you know,
shirt,
the
man.
PL
I
News
kind of know that
Network
guy
here.
too. I kind of know that guy. Yeah, he bought too. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I know people on both sides. I know people in most places in this game. That, well, nullsec wise, I don't know shit for low sec. I don't know. I know even less for high sec. So
Don't worry about high sec.
I gotta say though, I totally understand CPA's position. Like, if you're an FC, there's such a fucking small like group of alliances that don't treat FCs like shit and actually provide you with stuff that it's fucking hard to move.
Yeah, that's the one thing, and then the other thing is like Try is for me been the place I've wanted to be forever, and it's the most aggressive group right now in EVE. So yeah, it's really hard to match, I guess. But NC Dot will, I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah, are you like friends with Killer? Because he's posted a shitload about it. He's like got your back, boy.
Well,
Is he like
I-
try hard
Did he
posting right
judge
now?
you? Did Killer be like?
Yeah, and that was just the question I wanted to ask. Is it's like, before we get into finding out how
Hold on.
Aerith brought them over to NC Dot, which I don't think would have worked in any fucking combination, like, was there an Aerith involved with this? Are we going to find out on Talking in Stations in 2 days the fact, because Talking in Stations now is on Sundays, just so everybody fucking knows, are we going to find out that there was somebody going, man, I fucking rolled that motherfucker?
No, there won't be. Well, there can be, but he's talking shit because it's absolutely not true. Like, I poked Vince because like me and Vince talk sometimes, and I poked him this afternoon. I'm like, "Yo, what's the best corp in NC?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna
Is
need a place to
he
stay."
kind of like how Aerith and Judge talked at the CSM summit?
Let's just say, was there a handler involved in this? How exactly on the night that you're doing this are you're like, I'm going to NC Dot?
CPA is a strong, independent FC who don't need no mama.
Yeah, I
Wait,
can do whatever I want.
just to clear this up real quick before you go any further. Jintan, so you're telling me that Killaby is posting a lot about this. So you mean to tell me that he is paying more attention to what's going on here and posting about it than he was about intel channels or people telling him that Tess is forming dreads before his departure from PL?
Maybe. I'm not gonna talk about the 3D tag dunk because we've already talked about that enough. Like, I'm not gonna stroke my dick too hard about.
No,
Oh my
I-
god, you
someone.
killed people once. Congratulations.
I
Oh
just
man,
had
the one time probably want to fight, guys. Just believe we're really great at this game.
I just had to cast a little shade out there. That's just the voices in my head don't let me sleep at night unless I say these things.
Why did you lose a dread there, Jay? You salty?
No. Not at all.
Anyway, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see what you do in NC Dot though, CPO.
Breaking
no,
news.
you did fucking
Breaking
goddamn
news.
target me, you motherfucker. You know you did, and I'm
I've done it
I'm not
multiple
buying
times.
that. I
It's
wasn't
hilarious.
leading the fleet bullshit.
Breaking news from behind the scenes.
Oh, can we get like Ghast on
From
here?
behind the
That's
scenes,
nice.
Jay Maricady says it was fucking Vince who convinced him to attack.
Why are you even listening to this? Like, why even say his name? It's like Beetlejuice.
Because you know what?
You can't say it
Everything
again.
nowadays on the news is breaking news. Like breaking news, I gotta go take a pee. I mean, it's like
if you
Breaking news, I'm about to go
if
pee.
you speak of him again, I will leave this
okay.
channel right now.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry, yeah.
thank you for
Wow.
taking that stand.
Oh,
Chris.
not Vince, right? Not Vince.
Oh no, Vince is fine.
No, yeah, Vince is fine. Yeah.
Vince is okay. Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
what you're saying then also is that Vince paid more attention to his DMs with you than he did to anything that happened on the CSM.
Hey.
Hey now.
Nice.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I know he was dealing with family shit.
Damn,
He
I
could have
deserve
fucking
a
said
shot just for
something.
being hot.
Like, holy shit.
Another one?
Why not? I mean, like, I don't know. How much time do we have?
Oh,
We got, like,
well, I mean,
51 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was saying, like, I just did one like 10 seconds ago with Freelancer, but
All right. Now,
we'll do it.
let me ask a longer term kind of question here. Okay, so so this has gone down. We'll find out more specifics about kind of the going down of this. Like over time, we'll hear different stories that will end up getting sorted out. Where does this leave Try?
Fucked. Like, CPA is like one of their only active
No,
MCs.
I said earlier I've been AFK for the last 2 months, so like. If you look
Well,
at
you
the
have.
performance
But
of the last
where
2
does it
months,
leave kind of like the broader organization?
Well, yeah, like,
I don't know. I don't know how we'll develop like in terms of my corp. I hope my corp. I hope the dudes in Quam will go to whatever place they think is good for them, either in Try or with me or NC Dot or whatever. As long as I don't stay with the fucking backstabbing scums that are still left in it.
I'd like everyone who now hates Captain Patrick Archer as a result of this, that we will probably be fighting him very soon in Providence, so you can join my corp, it's fine.
Well, I'm just wondering, because
in CVA, or like the new corp you're finding.
No, I'm just memeing. It's
Oh.
like NC Dot hits us every now and again.
so you were taking the
Is Tess gonna
the chunk
come in
of
here
money
and
from the
rescue
wallet.
anybody?
Are you draining? Like, are you able to drain the entire Try wallet?
No, I was, but I didn't do that.
Okay. So they're still gonna have like some
Like-
funds to
Why?
play with.
Oh, I didn't take any lines in at all. Like I could have taken the Keepstar, and like I'm not doing that. I fucking hated it when Judge killed CO2. There was a great alliance.
Okay, because that was
Don't wanna do
I
that.
was like, if you're okay, so you're just taking a bit, but you're not taking like the whole shebang. So you're
No, I'm
gonna
not
see
even
try
taking-
destitute.
No, it's the Corp ISK that me and the guys in Quam have fucking like gathered over the years, and it's certainly not going to some AFK dude's retirement fund when he comes back. Absolutely not. It will go to the I read in the post like the guys that want to come with me, I'll buy them an armor super. I can come to NC Dot. It's not my ISK. It's a shit way of doing it, but I'm not giving it back to the fuckers that kicked me out.
Yeah, well, that's fine if it's corporate.
Did you let
I thought you were actually stealing the whole alliance wallet too. I was like, oh, man.
No, dude, hold on.
I was confused.
Did you let members of the corp, any members of the corp, know that this was going down? Was this a decision that you just kind of made and said, like, due to other conversations, I believe that this is for the benefit of us all, and like, are they backing you?
I don't know. It was how it went is I wanted to do my own corp and put it in Try again and like pull all the dudes over there and like no issues, no problem, everything's fine. But obviously that got stopped when I couldn't apply my own corp to my own fucking alliance. So yeah, after that I started typing whatever just leaked on Reddit. Whenever I posted on the forums as well, and then I posted that to my own corp on Discord before that, like half an hour before. But obviously I got like roles removed on Discord and everything over there as well, so I had some guys post for me. And obviously, I don't know the response from that, other than like a lot of people are saying, like, "Sorry, dude, what the fuck?" But yeah. Other than that, like, I didn't make a poll or anything to see where we stand. Like they had their own. Cody's had his own little meeting or something, I guess, on TeamSpeak. I've been told. Then he, before I released whatever I wrote, we had a CTA to defend our Satoyo, and I absolutely did not want it to leak before that because I was worried that people wouldn't join the fleet. But obviously, they did the meeting before the CTA, so.
Now, is there a reason that you didn't live stream this?
Yeah, because it's not like I'm here now, so it kind of contradicts each other. But I didn't want it to make it a big thing.
Looking
Yeah, I
back
didn't
now,
know. It was kind of be a big thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just one guy.
we're all just one guy in our alts.
No, that's a dope, humble way of looking at it.
It really
A lot of
is.
times you won't see somebody like with that kind of humble opinion. I respect that.
Should we do a shot for your respect?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We probably should.
Shots for
I mean,
respect.
right?
Shots
Because
for
it's like,
Jay's
Because
respect.
it's like,
Because
honestly,
that-
when shit
We
like
can-
this goes down, there's
we
like
can do multiple.
a multitude of ways that you can carry yourself when you're like actually going out like a man. And I mean, this feels a little manlier to me than others.
It's a humility is manly as fuck, man. That's what's up.
Humility.
I respect it.
And that is one of the things about
You
men.
keep your
We're
hands.
fucking humile.
Humile. Shots
Whatever.
for everyone.
Go ahead, freelancer. Fucking Snapchat that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is short.
I should
This
Instagram
just sort of
this.
fucking came down. Are you gonna fucking Instagram this?
I started Instagram just for the CSM.
Did
bro.
you? For the
Why?
CSM? Are you trying to get with the younger crowd?
Yeah, it's
because
all-
the Judge
you
Roy
gotta
Moore
get the
is all
money.
out there for teens.
Whatever
And-
fun, engaging way that I can get people participating in CSM.
You gotta get the millennial votes.
Yeah, man. They're the future, right? Sadly. Well, I didn't say
Well,
that.
the future is what, Gen Y now or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
Millennials are old. Like,
Nano Q
millennials
out there
like,
saying, "Wow, so this guy is not a douche. He will never make it into goons." Look, I don't think it actually has to do anything with douche quality or anything like that. I think it just has to do with, again, right now we have breaking news. We will find out over the coming hours, probably, because Eve and media and social
And Reddit.
media and shit, Reddit and whatnot. How this was, freaking, handled and by whom and where it came from and things like that. I don't know. It doesn't mean you have to be a fucking douche. I mean, a lot of us have wanted to leave places, and we find ways that are willing to go out like fucking, stand-up people, or not.
Yeah, like when I went to TNT to hang out with Dirk, and then I realized it was a retirement community. I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
fucking A.
I mean, I wasn't ready to retire just yet, so I think I'm just going to go
It
back
was
to
like
faction warfare.
retirement people inside of a retirement community. It was like I was like the second derivative of retire at that fucking time.
derivative?
No, it was like
Yeah.
just because I played golf didn't mean I was ready to retire. But then all of a sudden, bam.
No, but like here's
I
a
always
good
knew
way
you
of
were
looking
smooth,
about it.
Dirk.
Like, all right, so in Eve, if
Why
you
should we
can't
just
be
do
happy
3
with
in the last
wherever
10
you're
minutes?
at, right? Because it's a game, after all. You have to move to a place where you're going to find people of a like mind that can enjoy the game the way that you want to enjoy it. And that's always important to get that fresh take, to move somewhere where you, one, feel like you belong to, you feel like maybe you'll be appreciated, and 3, you can have fun. Everybody's got to make these changes every once in a while, and sometimes it could be like a band-aid. You just got to rip it off and
Can I-
go and enjoy
Can
it.
I say? I think we should do another shot.
Another one?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
literally just
Yeah.
fucking
Only
did one.
if you're
Like,
doing one.
I like
yourself.
this guy.
Marsha was
we would
like-
need a reason, or do you just want to do one?
Yeah, that's good enough reason, isn't it? Are you 50
Yeah,
Well,
Isn't
is
it
it
reason
not?
at this
Is it
point?
not
Yeah,
a good enough
Yeah,
reason?
we should do a shot is a good enough reason. Like, Marsha was saying, like, more shots. I was like, Marsha, we just did 3 in 10 minutes, but you know what? Fuck it.
I don't know. See, that right there is Marsha. And all Marsha gives a shit about in the first fucking 2 hours is how can I set fucking Dirk up for later.
Well, yeah, like, she's...
But you know what? Later,
dialed in.
Dirk has never cared about later.
If you went to Scotland,
later is a time that matters to no one.
If you went to Scotland, Marsha would be all over you.
What are we doing this shot to, Captain Patrick Archer? What are we doing this fucking shot to?
Hopefully, Captain Patrick Archer.
And you can't say me.
You find your Eve forever.
No, I'm not going to say to Trump for it.
You want to do shots for try?
Shots for try?
Shots?
Yes.
Hold on. Are we saying Try's going to die though? Like,
No,
because that's.
Wait. If we're doing try shots, do we do 3 shots in tandem? Did we
No!
try shot?
Shut the fuck up, Tracy.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
We're not doing try shots.
Okay, never
You're
mind.
not allowed to converse with the good.
We can do
idea
shots
fairy
for
anymore,
try,
Drayden.
but not try
I'm
shots.
done.
What is fucking gin tan drinking? What is that nasty 1982
It's absolute
vodka.
vodka. I've seen that. It's absolute.
I know.
We're bringing it back,
Jesus.
bro.
Dude.
And do you have some cocaine to go with that absolute vodka?
Yeah.
Jesus, can you not look more like a street person? Pouring absolute with your fucking like
You're
hair.
not even looking like a street person. He looks
and
like
your
the fucking.
caffeine-free Pepsi.
He's like the Unabomber with that fucking with the scruff
Wait, what
and
even
his
is
hair
that can?
and the American flag in the background.
You know what?
British- is
Listen,
that
to me,
British
listen to me,
Pepsi?
listen to me. I had a long conversation
No, it's
today
Pepsi with
about how
That's
INN
Brit-
wants
that's-
us to
there's
like
nothing like that in
straighten our
America.
shit out. And you know what? You know what I'm gonna say right now is like, look, this couldn't have happened on the Meta Show. It just couldn't because
Because they don't drink.
mainly because
No
the
sponsors.
handler for Captain Patrick Archer could not have come on the Meta Show because like they have him blocked or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Do they really? Oh, that's
No,
shitty.
I'm just making shit up.
Oh, hold on,
Whatever.
hold on.
You know what? Here's a fucking shot.
DC's wanting rip DC shots.
What do you mean?
Rip DC.
Well, he's
He
gone.
didn't die tonight, did he? He's not getting a
No, he didn't
skin.
die tonight, but he's off the show.
Jesus, Drake.
He's not fucking. All right.
Easy. Reel it in,
Jesus
bro.
fucking Christ, Drayden.
Well, he said it in chat.
You know what, Drayden? Leave home shit at home. Boom.
He put
okay.
in chat.
Shot
Put
for
it
the
out there.
fucking. I don't give a shit what people type in. Well, it's not true. I love you, Twitch. There's shots for you as well. We'll deal with our shit. We'll deal with our internal shit internally.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Don't go throwing your private business
No,
out
well,
Yeah, really, man. It's like Jesus
there. Just because
Christ,
we got
have you not
social
learned?
media up in our
Fucking
business
deny shit.
doesn't
Deny
mean
it all.
you can't have like a personal
okay.
like, business. You gotta know how to compartmentalize.
However,
this
it doesn't help one's case when you get out there and fucking like publicize your own shit that we're gonna deny.
You don't want to be like Dr. Disrespect out there talking about your fucking.
What
Elon
is this?
People and shit.
I don't want to even see. I just totally fucking tangentialized myself right there because I was ready to go off on a fucking tangent and I won't let it happen. That's how much I'm still in fucking control.
DJ.
So, all right, so honestly, Captain Patrick
Dirk is
Archer,
acting normally, you might say.
I'm.
well,
You know what? I'm
Yes,
holding
actually,
it together.
yeah.
I'm holding it together. I'm trying really fucking hard. But
A
I
second
do
good
want to go
enough
back to
joke
fucking
than I
Captain
am here.
Captain
Here,
Patrick Archer here because I feel as though there are legitimate questions. And I know the fucking night that we did the whole thing that went down with the fucking judge, okay? And fucking GigX. You know what? I swear to God, right now, GigX, if you're fucking listening and you want to come on and give your fucking 12 cents on this, Gigs.
he's not
Come,
watching.
come,
he's
bro.
not watching.
Okay.
He's in bed.
You know what?
But I,
Oh
Li-
shit!
literally
The
right
judge
now,
is
if I
awake.
have
We
to
could
go
get
out
the
there-
judge on.
If the rest of you can talk for a little while, I will see if he's fucking awake just to like have a, what he thinks about it. But whatever.
Have a
You know,
nice,
I want to focus on the moment,
Can
okay?
hold hands and
Which is
sing
hard
Kumbaya.
because my fucking moment like transverses out into a fucking wormhole every
Bro,
once in a
I'll
while.
hold your
but
hand. I'm not shy.
He's not on the.
You guys
like,
talk. I'm gonna like go like see
you
if
never
I can
hold my
find
hand,
something.
Jay.
I'll hold your hand, Dre. I'll hold anybody's hand. I don't really
Okay.
care. I'm secure in
No,
that.
just fucking talk. Like actually have legitimate fucking conversation where I'm not talking.
We are having a legitimate conversation.
Yeah, we're talking about
Fucking
holding
mind
hands,
your goddamn
Dirk.
business. I just told Drayden I'd hold his fucking hand.
Yeah.
So mind your fucking business, Dirk. We're
Yes,
having a
it's
conversation
totally
between two
normal.
men on Twitch. All right.
Yeah. Jesus. Fuck. Dirk.
What's wrong with this world these days? You can't have a conversation about two men holding hands without fucking,
I know, like-
old patriarchal
In many
fucking
countries, it's a
dudes
sign of
like
friendship.
Dirk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If it were Thursday, I'm not going to get into that. Though.
Well, it was
LB knows
Thursday.
where I'm
Yes.
going with
What if it was Thursday? Yesterday was Thursday. It might be Thursday for other parts of the world.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's
This would be a
Friday
much
today,
more
isn't it?
friendlier
Although
conversation.
except
then.
Right
other
now
parts of
it's
the world,
fucking
it's
Saturday and fucking the judges part of the
Well, I
world.
say it's
How
Saturday
weird
in
is
other
that?
parts of the world, but
It's Saturday right now in England. It's
No,
it's
Jim,
fucking
it's
Well,
not.
whatever.
It's Friday. You're off the
All right, so it's
calendar.
Thursday in the judge's part of the world. Whatever. We know they're on fucking time zone differences.
Is it really Thursday? Or there's no way. It's
What if
Thursday.
the
Yes.
world... Wait, hold on.
There's no way that time works.
Have you ever
like
looked
that.
at
You're
that
out of
guy?
your
He's
mind.
literally 3 days ahead of everybody. Like, mainly from a. Never.
Well, hold on. I had an idea. What if the world did not have time zones, and so midnight was noon for other people?
That would
but midnight
fuck up
for-
Ice-T
but, like,
videos when he's talking about midnight and
essentially,
6
as
a.m.
far as the clock was concerned, it was the same time for everyone. So what we call noon, middle of the day, is midnight for people on the other side of the world, but same time.
Yeah, that's called using UTC, but the Americans don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like UTC.
Dude, I had to add the app on my phone
UTC
just to
makes me
track
do-
fucking what time it is in
I don't like
fucking over
UTC
there.
because it makes
It's
me
even
do
Every time an
scarier
op is
than the
posted,
fucking
I have to
metric
fucking
system.
Google it.
Yeah, it makes me do math with my
Dude, add
my
the app
hours.
to your phone.
I don't like
It's
it.
changing my life.
Yo,
What's the app called?
Tresnik has the right idea. No time zones. Just use time based on the sun's position. That's
can't we
fucking,
do that?
That's dank.
That's
I want
time
us to return
zones, though.
to
That
sundials.
is time zones, though. Is time?
Let's
based
go.
on the
No.
sun's
I
position.
No,
nah,
if
fam,
there
let's
are
go back
no
to
time
sundials.
zones, there are no
It's called
time
Simple
zones.
World
You can't call
Clock
it time
Widget.
zones. There's just a global clock.
You're a fucking global cock. How about that?
Except for when fucking
got
Wales
him.
and Arizona say we're not participating in your fucking time zone state. We'll always be 1 hour behind all of you.
I mean, America's already like 50 years behind everyone else, so what's the difference?
Whoa,
With
easy.
the-
Whoa, easy there,
whoa,
fucking
let's step
King
it
and
back a
country.
bit.
All right.
We're
We
only
won't
10
tolerate
years
this
behind
You have
everyone.
some
at this time of night on INN. However, on the Talking in Station show, we will allow European attitudes regarding time and metric system and all that kind of shit to let Matterall have his say.
Hold on.
I'd
will
say like
as an
we'll do
American,
like some
the
sort of
metric
open
system is
comms
better.
thing where you have to turn up as well at like fucking ridiculous o'clock. It doesn't work that way because of fucking time zones.
I know.
So you'll come on
I
here
know.
at like midday and just get hammered midday Friday.
We're all just tired of fucking
Hold on,
farmers
I gotta
having
say,
their fucking say with what time we have to fucking wake up as normal fucking office working human beings. It's like, can we stop?
Interviewing CCP devs, I've had to interview them midday just to catch them at a decent hour.
No, that's
no,
not
I'm
why
so sorry for
CCP
you.
does
It's
that.
actually-
And
it's
they
pretty
can
rough.
be
Midday
bitten
for
into
It
us.
their
gives me a
fucking
reason.
shoe.
It gives me a
okay?
reason to
The
day
fact-
drink though. So
The fact of the matter is that up there at fucking CCP, wherever they fucking live on that craggy island and shit, okay, they do that because that's when it's convenient for them. It has nothing to do with their fucking office hours or anything like that. It's just like, you know what? Look, I just want to get home. I want to have my fucking mashed potatoes. This is when it happens.
You know, can I just say that this is
Do you
actually a
have
fucking
mashed potatoes
this
every
is a great representation of what it's like to be on the CSM because you're all just hammered and talking about Eve bullshit.
Wait, hold on.
Like-
Is that what the
like,
CSM is? Wait,
Like
do you guys get
real
hammered?
talk, after you actually finish the sessions, you're all going out the pub and you're all gonna go to Nora's and you're just gonna get hammered and talk about it more.
All right.
So the
Okay,
better you are
okay.
arguing
All
when
right, hold
you're
on.
drunk,
Pub-
the better
public-
you're
listen
gonna
to
be
this.
on the
Public
Listen to
service
this.
announcement.
I-
I'm running for
Drayden.
CSM. I am.
no, you're not. Shut up.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Go to sleep, Drayden. Go to sleep.
Hold on. Drayden,
Alright,
you're
so,
not. You're
For
not.
because
Because
years
the
now.
Judge Roy Moore is.
For years now, I have been trying to give the people on Open Comms a block of instruction on how to be a functional alcoholic and to still complete tasks while you're inebriated. Just because they haven't picked it up doesn't mean I don't bring that skill set with me to the CSM.
Your skill set has apparently been ineffective, except for me,
Well, I mean,
who
trying
is
to-
completely in fucking control.
Completely in control, as we've all seen over the years.
Yeah, you got
I'm not taking
you got to be
responsibility.
good at arguing when you're sober as well, though. But yeah,
I mean, I don't like to think about it as arguing, right? Why can't we just,
you're
converse
go-
with
no,
people?
you're going to argue with people. That's the CSM. You will.
All right,
you
I
have
can
to.
do
You have
that.
to convince people that their understanding of the game is not accurate, basically.
But I don't want to
CCP
think about it as
CCP
I'm
doesn't
arguing.
sit there and make ideas.
Hold on,
and think,
you're
this
never
is-
going to get somebody to listen to you and actually take in the information that you're giving them if you're yelling at them.
No, definitely
That's
not.
true.
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's-
We've
that's
never
different.
shouted at the CCP because we're not
Really?
fucking stupid.
You guys
I don't
shouted
think we-
them?
I've never shouted at CCP, and I don't think anyone on this CSM has shouted at CCP
What, you
ever.
just said that we've shouted at them.
No, I didn't. Sorry, I meant we haven't shouted at them.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
I'm-
you left
yeah.
the haven't word
Draven.
out. The haven't word is a very important part
Yeah,
of that
very
statement.
important. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm
I take
now
my statement back
stoned
'cause
and
you're like-
drunk, you motherfuckers.
Okay, I take it
so-
back. Okay, I take it back. But
So let's talk about your candidacy, Drayden.
Huh? Oh, yeah,
So
running
I'm gonna
again.
run on the platform of. I'm actually not gonna run. You know, I give up. I already give up.
That's it. You already.
I'm already
Ross
done.
Perot
Like,
over
my,
here.
I'm Ross Perot-ing the shit out. My campaign is over. It was a nice run. I want to congratulate everyone on the.
Dirk's having flashbacks of Ross.
I want to
Perot
have
right now.
a
Can't even form full sentences.
congratulations shot to everyone that voted for Drayden Trovier for CSM. Even though the elections aren't for like 6 months, but
Mazel tov, bro.
yeah.
Mazel tov.
L'chaim. I don't know what that means, but I know it's Jewish, so yeah.
Real talk though, I did make an article about like why you should run for the CSM, and I genuinely do believe it. I believe
And I
that the more
actually
people
read
who
all
run-
of those words, Jinton.
Yo, it's important to me. Like the CSM is something that has like the power to be great for the game, and you know, despite what your feelings about the CSM in its current state might be, it is still a force for good overall. It's done more good than harm in the history of the whole game. And I think the more people that are involved in it, the more people that kind of work to make it a good institution, the better it's going to be. Like, if you remove the CSM entirely, that's just going to remove all the potential good that CSM could ever do.
Well, I mean, and the CSM is only going to be as good as the people that you elect.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
To work on your behalf.
Yeah, like,
So,
if you vote on
choose
someone
wisely,
who's just
Eve.
trash, like, that you're going to have a trash CSM.
And apparently Dirk has been saying something this whole time, but we haven't heard him, and now he's apparently
got
dropped the
gang-
mic.
Hold on, he's got gang signs, so
Still can't hear him.
No,
Repping
we
those,
can't.
You're
repping
talking
his
and we
crew.
can't hear you.
rip
Something
rip
broke.
voice.
Rip Dirk. And
Rip Dirk.
for the first time, Dirk has silenced himself on Open
was-
Comms.
No.
That still can't hear you. So
Oh, hold on.
Well, we will
charades. Let's play charades.
Oh!
Charades. Let's do it.
this is what will be determined as a mitzvah for Dirk. He will grow from
That's-
this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he will grow from this.
That's not a circumcision, right? No,
The
that's
mitzvah
that's
is
bris.
not a
That's
circumcision.
bris. That's a bris.
Wow.
I was like, you know what?
Wow.
I'm closing the stream.
Oh, that's it. All right, shut it down.
Yeah.
Call
All
it-
right,
call
we're
it,
done. Bris
GG.
happening. Stream closed.
Bris happening.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
hear you
can.
now, Dirk.
I have
You were
no
talking
idea
that
what I was
whole
fucking
time?
saying before, but like y'all were talking a bunch of bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's what we.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Bullshit.
Number one. I do remember
Dirk
one
said,
of the
"I
first
worked
things
in the
that I wanted to
financial
fucking talk
sector.
about,
I know
which
about
was
brisses."
hold on, which was fucking Jin's populist message of this is why you should all decide to fucking run, no matter how lonely you are in the
populist
fucking
has
Eve
become such a
world. You should
four-letter
run
word.
and spend your fucking time away from your fucking family to run. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call fucking bullshit on that. I'm gonna do a shot.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Mainly
Do a shot.
because it's like, yes, you are absolutely right if you are willing to put in the fucking legwork and the fucking like just
No time for shot
time
glass.
to actually organize something
Oh,
other than
I think
me and my
yeah,
bros
yeah.
want me
I
to
think
run.
Someone
what
in the
he's trying
fucking
to
chat
convey.
Someone in the
Is-
fucking chat just said, "Can you name one thing the CSM has actually changed?" And I 100% can. We got a balanced team in the game. We changed the jump ranges.
I love
Beyond that,
jump
we've done
ranges.
tether. I have like this whole fucking brag list.
What about the
of
Citadel
constantly-
changes?
The Citadel changes were in a large part due to us, but
moon-
also
moon
part of
mining?
the community.
Moon mining.
Yeah.
However,
Bottom line is,
that
you're
was the thing
better
that I had
having
a
somebody
fucking
to
problem
try and
with
represent the
was
player
it was like-
base
it was
than
so
you're not.
simple-minded, and I hate to fucking say that, but look, this community out there is actually a fucking intelligent community. We know. Look, any fucking politician out there can say, you should fucking run because you know what? You think something, therefore you are, and therefore somebody else out there might want to fucking vote for you. But the fact of the matter is that's not how it fucking works. We know. And it doesn't matter because a bunch of people have made the case that it should be 14 fucking members or it should be 10. It does not fucking matter. We know that the majority of them will be taken over by people who vote like blocks, like parties. Don't let the fucking block connotation like sit there and like, you know, deter anything, but they're like parties, which means that they are organized and they have people fucking behind them. Other people need to actually look towards others. And Jay, I was sitting there fucking telling you the other day when you were mentioning to me about Ashtarothi and like faction warfare and things like that. And it's like, I do not have a big freaking problem with the fact that faction warfare might actually want to band up exactly like wormholes do. Because otherwise, if they all go in as individuals, they die. They die in the fucking like
if you want yourself represented.
I honestly disagree, Dirk. Like
you may, but the numbers don't bear it out.
I genuinely think the more people who are involved in the CSM, the more players are going to be thinking seriously about the CSM, and that means that a better quality of candidate will be voted in. That's just that's something that logically makes a hell of a lot of sense. The more people that run, the more people who know those people will look into the CSM seriously. And that means that better people will be on the CSM and be working with CCP.
He's talking about bringing awareness and bringing a groundswell of awareness that there is even a CSM. Because if there's one thing that I've learned, trying to help other people in EVE, is that trying to reach those people that I'm trying to help in EVE is nearly an impossible task. And it is even for CCP, because look at the changes they've made to the launcher. Just to try to convey information to people, because that is the hardest thing that you can possibly do to reach out to anybody.
Jay McLean, let me ask you about, what do you think about what's going on in Singularity right now with the whole idea of a bubble for a DM with any player in local? What do you think about that?
A bubble for a direct
like right next to their name in local, you can click a bubble to do a DM.
Can't you right click and just invite them to a conversation?
In normal history, you can, but like I'm trying to bring it into like the current meta of like, you know, what might be going on in the Singularity.
Okay, LinkedIn chat on Twitch.
Hold on. Okay, so the chat bubble thing, I think I'm in the minority of this. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Everyone's like throwing a big fit about it.
Yeah.
It adds
like
an icon,
honestly...
and it adds an icon next to a name in your chat windows. It doesn't cover up the names. If it covers up the names, you already have your chat window scaled too small. Doesn't matter. And
yeah, you're not accomplishing what you're trying to go for with this. It's such
like,
a small context.
It may exactly be what you're trying to accomplish, which is make it easier to have a fucking, like, can you and I just have a fucking, like, you know, direct conversation?
So in a game of right-click functionality...
Is it bad? I don't know.
Well, hold on.
That's the mistake of functionality, right? Is that right-click.
In a game of right-click functionality, why can people not just right-click and start conversation? Why do we have to have a fucking little bubble there on the GUI?
Here's the thing.
Clutter it up. Why do we have to have it so that you can go down local and click every single one of those and spam people with local chats?
Okay, here's what I'd ask.
Hold on. Let me say this one thing.
Is this a change geared towards a demographic that doesn't already play EVE and getting them integrated in how to communicate in EVE when we get them in? Because if it's a goal to try and make communication easier for a new crowd coming in, I like the idea of trying to engage more people coming in. Now, maybe this isn't the best way to go about it. And, you know, I would have to talk to CCP and see what the whole point is of this. Like, we need feedback from them as well in order to give them good input. Like, what's the mechanical purpose of adding this to the game?
So here's my thought. It's like, okay, so... was it necessary? No, it wasn't. But at the same time,
Drayden, but
hold on. It wasn't necessary.
But what if it was necessary?
Because you can right-click on a name and just go send convo. Same thing.
Can't you? Can I do a right-click?
I'm not gonna lie.
But hold on. It's like, but here's the thing.
seems...
It's like, here's the thing. Is it really that big of a deal that there's some small little icon on the far right side of your chat window on the people's
You say
names?
Small, but it takes up space on
It
our
takes up
overall
like one
screen size.
character of space.
Do I have to go from a 27-inch screen to a 31-inch screen? Just like
No,
It's all-
like
no,
Dirk,
already
hold on,
cluttered UI.
Dirk. It's like one.
It is already a cluttered
it's
UI.
One character
And you
of
have
space.
to weigh what you're trying to communicate with that UI.
I don't
Yes.
think it's necessary, and I think we're wasting time
But
implementing
okay,
something like that.
hold on. Here's the thing.
This is such a bullshit like topic. Like, oh my god.
You
who
say it's
cares?
a bullshit topic, but right now it's on Singularity, which means it's coming out in January.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, and if
let me
people,
finish.
if people
Let me finish
fucking
real
rant
quick.
on
Let me
Reddit
finish real
about it,
quick.
it's gonna get removed. Like, this doesn't matter. Nothing
So
you say
now, as a
about this is
CSN
gonna-
member, you're saying if you rant on Reddit, it gets removed, but if you talk about it elsewhere, it's like not heard.
No, I'm saying this is a boring piece of shit topic because there's a UI feature that doesn't look
hold
particularly
on.
great and it's probably kind of annoying to people.
Can you
so there'll
name
probably
who
be an
put
option
this
to
out
turn
there?
it
Was
off.
it CCP
Who
Carter?
cares?
Okay,
Like, who cares about
hold
this?
on.
Why are you trying to toss shade at my girl CCP Carker?
Hold on. I'm with Jintan. Is it
Fuckhead?
necessary? Is it necessary? No, it's not. It's not. Like, why they added it, I don't know. Doesn't matter. But is it super disruptive? No, it's fucking not. Anyone that's
No,
like,
it's
oh,
not about. Hold on,
it's
it's
not
not
Hold
about
on,
super
wait,
disruptive.
wait.
Okay,
One
the question
Nunya
is
in
usefulness,
tra-
right? The
hold
question
on.
is usefulness, and if you had to sit there and say
your
next
thing
to
is like you're
next to a
spam-
character's
you're talking
name,
about spamming combos, right?
next to a character's name, okay, number one, there is an abusive nature of spamming combos, okay? So therefore,
It's
you could like
one
walk down the
click
list
You
and
could turn
just
that
spam
off.
fucking
Click.
combos.
If they have a bot,
You
that
can block
clicks that,
combos.
You could
block
right
incoming
click
combos.
and do your whole thing, but like right click and fucking like spam convos in local is totally fucking harder.
Okay,
so
but
number
here's
one,
the-
Hold on,
there's the
hold on.
abusive
How many
nature
time-
of it.
hold on,
Number two, you
Stop.
have to ask yourself whether or not the whole fucking like private convo thing is the thing that you should have being out there in the whole fucking names thing. Is that why I should have to widen out anything regarding any channel that is
so
there?
people in the chat are like
Wait.
are talking about like the fact that it's used to convo bomb people. Just an FYI.
Yes.
That doesn't work anymore.
I got 3 people banned for a week for fucking spam convoing me whilst I was
Right,
walking.
right.
for a
Agreed.
session.
Hold on.
Agreed.
Wait.
All you
let-
have to do if someone spam convos you, if like more than 3 people do it, CCP are like, oh, that's obviously spam convoing.
Would we
We'll
not
just,
be better
ban
off?
that person for a week or give them a warning? Like,
Hold
Would
on,
we
hold on.
not be better off as
spamming
the
combos on
community?
people is against the rules. It's
If we-
not like a thing.
If we were going to have a thing next to our fucking name, like the one thing, because right now there's nothing next to our name, okay, about like how
Yeah, there is.
somebody
There's
could like.
standing. Standing turns up right next to your name.
Well, the
Get fucked.
standings
Hold
will
on,
still be there, will it
wait.
not?
Wingspan brought up a good point, right? There's already multiple ways to do the same thing in Eve,
Yes.
right? Is there not
Yes.
multiple ways to approach a ship in Eve?
Okay, hold on.
Then this might be an extension of that, right?
Can I speak my piece real quick before we go into
Speak
the
your
counterpoints?
piece
Go ahead, Dennis.
before you die.
Okay, yes, please.
I
I'm just
love
saying,
you and I
it's
don't
like,
want to see you
okay,
die.
here's the thing.
Has nothing to do with we
It's
want to see you
added
die.
one click to the operation of starting a convo. Instead of right-clicking, click start convo, you just click once. That shortens it, but at the same time, it's like you can set your thing to like just refuse all combos.
You can, but now you have to refuse all convos.
Okay,
Why is
I
it on
would-
me
I would
to
ass-
refuse
I
all
would
convos
like-
because of something they put in?
I would like them to, if they're going to keep this, I would like them to add a thing where it's like refuse combos by non, friends.
People that who aren't on your
that's
list
people
of
that
By
are not on
standing?
your,
already a thing
people
in the
that are not
game.
on your list of like good or high
Yeah,
contacts.
that's already
whatever.
a thing in the game. Unless they're on your list of personal contacts.
Yes,
you can,
right,
yeah, that's the
exactly.
thing. You
But
But-
does that not hurt
but
new
at the same
players in
time-
the game more than it does us who are
But at the
knowledgeable
same
about
time,
that?
it's like if the convo bomb is the ideal, is the goal, that's still going to happen. You take one click out of this by removing this thing. It doesn't matter. And like if it's like you're talking
Also,
about, it
convo
covers up
bombing
the
is
names. It covers
against
up
the
one
EULA, and
character.
you will be banned
if you
for doing
cannot
it.
expand your chat window one character,
Hold on,
off.
wait. I'm about to
What
bypass
if the whole
all
idea of convo bombing is a
Dirk,
fucking
Dirk,
thing that you can
Dirk.
get banned for?
All right,
but we all
pass
say
convo bombing.
pick
I'm
one
not saying
person
I'm
under
for
your
convo
letter
bombing.
and over
I'm not
your
saying
letter
I'm
like
for. I'm
we've
just saying I
learned to
don't
in the
care
past.
about it.
Shut
I
the
don't care.
fuck
It doesn't matter.
up. I'm about
Go, Jay.
I'm
Go,
about
Jay.
to inject some fucking truth in this goddamn
Let's
conversation.
Inject
Let's
it,
hear the
fucking
truth.
love of God,
bro.
All
That's
right,
what you're here for.
shut the fuck up, Dirk. All right, that's what I'm bringing to the CSM. The ability to tell Dirk to shut the fuck up sometime.
Yes.
All right, so
Which
Dirk,
literally none of them
listen,
have done.
your problem was that it overlays and it's bad. Aside from the obvious, which is all like a violation of the EULA, like convo bombing, right? It looks cluttery and shitty. Well, just in chat right there, by having feedback from people that play the game, one Nunya in chat said, make it so that you can just turn it off. You just
No,
turn it off
but
in the settings menu.
Just saying, okay, that's something
Can
you're
you do that?
gonna run into.
You
a
can
lot
do that
if
for
you actually
yourself
get
to
on
where
the
you turn it
CSM.
off, but can they do that for other people to actually fucking convo you?
But if you already have the settings set up to where only certain people can combo you.
Yeah, but as we saw with kind of the audio simplification, CCP is generally trying to remove the amount of options in the game. So the question has to become, does CCP think more people are going to like this than aren't going to like it?
Hold on,
And
I
that's
thought
a
the whole
question that only
radio
CCP is gonna be
menu
able to
and things
answer.
like that
Well,
are actually
obviously,
trying
with
to like
that kind of
Yeah,
shitty
increase
UI
the
stuff,
people
like
being mad
most
about it is
people
you
great,
have.
but
Most people
that
are
are
going to
easy
be
for you to get
contrarian
to.
towards this kind of UI setup, right? Because they're going to look at it. Case in point, look at it on Reddit, right? People are already shit posting about it on Reddit. So obviously, that's kind of a non-starter of a UI setup, right?
I have a different idea. If we are willing to add freaking like kind of bubble buttons out there at the end of our name that just don't have to do with our standing or anything like that, okay? Have you, the CSM, and I'm looking for a CSM member that is willing to carry this forward, the idea of upvotes, downvotes on a particular person in the system or the channel that you're in. I'm like, is this
Pretty
something
funny.
that like we can like get like almost a character karma vote button right next to their name? I think
Dude,
that might
can I
actually
just-
Your
be
camera,
something.
you broke your camera, Dirk.
me and Harry saying like FC orders of 700 nerds to chat bomb enemy FCs, that happened in 2012. Do you know what happened in response to that? A ton of people got fucking banned. So FCs stopped doing it because they didn't want to get fucking banned. Like, that doesn't happen. If someone tells you to do that, report them. If you get convo bombed, report people. I got convo bombed recently, and I reported someone, and they got banned. It was great. It's so fucking easy.
Yeah, I haven't seen a combo bomb in like a fucking hot minute. Just FYI.
If someone does
Personally,
something for
right,
a card
as an
retarded,
anecdotal.
just tell CCP that they're being retarded, and they'll fucking sort it. Like, that's life.
Now, I do want to ask an actual
Some
CSM
percentage of the
question
time,
out
not all
there
the time,
about like, is this the way of introducing something that we know that people might sit there and go, what the fuck is this? Like, just throw it out in singularity and like, we're not even talking about a fucking skin here. We're not talking about something underlying. We're talking about something where like everybody fucking sees and goes, what the fuck is this?
Just to kind of test the water.
Yeah, is this like a fucking shark bait thing?
I mean, that's what
I'd
the
rather
server's
they
there
put
for,
it on
right?
Sissy than not put it anywhere. Like, if they put it on Sissy, they're gonna get like feedback.
But
and they
put
it on
override
Sissy
feedback.
and see what the
thrown
wider
this
audience
to the
says.
CSM, if they had thrown this to
Why
the
not do
CSM
that, right,
and said,
Jen?
"What do
Right?
you fucking think about this?" Where do you think the CSM would have been on this? Would they been like, "Fuck yeah"?
In general, I think we'd have said just see what the players think. Like, at the end of the
You
day,
just slept it off
Well, yeah, because it's like
Trying
the
to get
CSM
feedback from a larger group.
for a fucking.
It's not
open a
sloughing
fucking
it off.
DM or you open
It's-
a fucking private convo.
for a button that lets you open a private combo. Yeah, like why would we
Why would we
as
fuck
the
up the
CSM
UI?
shoot that down?
For an
Why would you ever
open-
pass
Doesn't
up
make
the
sense.
ability to get a mass consensus on something?
All right, so
Like that's
alright,
not
yeah,
that's
okay.
a minor UI change.
Well,
Why would
shit,
the
we can do
CSM
that
have,
on
like,
fucking
some
It's a
sort of-
anything
no-lose
then, right?
scenario right there. Get feedback from a
don't
bunch
fucking
of people.
ask me ask me a question, then fucking talk over me, you piece of shit. Like,
Yeah,
Whoa,
damn.
It's getting
All
spicy.
right, so hold on.
Don't step to me,
Hold on,
fucking
before
street boy.
before anyone talks to anyone, Ominous Grim Reaper just subscribed. They just sub in.
I know we
Grim
want to
Reaper?
create fake fucking drama here. It's like, look, you can be my Omarosa. That's fine.
No, Ominous Grim Reaper, not Omarosa.
Although
I
I
mean
will
the guy
say,
that just fucking subscribed. I
Who's-
meant
what-
like
what
the
the-
woman in Trump's administration.
What the fuck?
although I
who
will
the
say,
fuck is
Jintan,
that?
you're
Who's
you're kind
Omarosa?
of
Never
stepping on my.
mind. Never
stepping on
mind. It's
my-
a fucking thing
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
get, Drayden. You're an
This is-
Idaho.
this
You
is
don't know
fun.
her.
You know what?
This is
I
fun
don't-
time, right?
Here's the thing: is like politics. I avoid it like the plague.
Oh, here we go.
I hate it. I hate politics. I don't care.
Because we were
That
talking
has
about
nothing to do with
politics.
fucking politics. This was like fucking like The
This
Apprentice.
isn't politics. This is
and
This
The
isn't
Apprentice
politics.
is
Hating a
like
future.
pro and shit.
Although I
Yeah.
will say, Jintan, you're
This
Sound
is
like
fucking
politics,
reality
so I
TV,
didn't
man.
care.
If it doesn't,
I'm
if
usually the
reality
one that-
TV
that
can't
cusses
live
at
here,
Dirk.
it can't live anywhere.
Jay, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
All right, shut
Well,
up, you two. I'm
yeah.
usually the one on this show that cusses at Dirk, so you're stepping on my toes a bit here, man.
Okay,
what the
I'm
fuck?
sorry, Jay.
Although, but
I'll say
I will
gosh
make a-
next time.
I will step aside and make a little bit of room for you to cuss at Dirk because it has to happen every once in a while. You got to keep the Dirk in
Shotgun.
check, or else he becomes Dirk Unchained.
Dirk Unleashed.
Step
Dirk Unloaded.
bitches.
We enter that dangerous village known as Durkistan.
I mean, it's really a slippery slope, isn't it?
Step.
It's
Oh,
a
no,
rough
CPA
place.
left.
It's
Rip.
a rough place. It sounds glorious, but it's rough to live in.
Drayden knows that reality he lives in.
I live in I don't even live in PL, but I live in Turkestan on a daily basis. And I'll tell you what,
It's a harsh place, right?
dude, you gotta jam it every day. You gotta jam it.
You got to know how to bite a pillow. I
You
agree.
gotta know how to buy a pillow. You have to go it's like, you know what? 2:00, face down, ass up time.
Fuck. How can I start an alliance called Bite a Pillow?
Oh man.
I mean, by
If you-
creating an
Biters-
alliance in game
if-
called
if
Pillow
you-
Biters was an alliance.
hold on,
wasn't it?
Dirk. You
The
might
Judge
go-
Roy Moore.
I would say
will
you
start his
might be able to
alliance
start an
with
alliance
Keen's Dot,
called that if
graduate
you
to Bite a
started
Pillow.
Judge Roy Moore Alliance. Called it Pillow Biters. I don't know what the abbreviation would be. Pillbit.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
by
Pillow
the way,
Biters
by the way,
has been an
Captain
alliance
Patrick
for a
Archer
while.
has left this convo because he doesn't want to hear us talk rant about.
No, he
fucking
left. No, he left a
conversation.
little while ago.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
pretty-
I must have missed that. 'cause I'm fucking-
And I,
He's
and
a-
I
he's
do-
a pretty
I do
classy
wanna
guy,
actually
I
throw
gotta
it out
say.
there. I do want to
Yeah.
actually throw it out there as a fucking thank you for him fucking coming by tonight. I totally expect him within the next 28 and a half hours or whatever it is that on Talking in Stations to be there because look. This is fucking news. This is news that fucking Eve has fucking dwelt on. It was part of the whole fucking the judge thing and hands and chopping and whatnot. Try's a player out in the fucking region it's in. It absolutely fucking is. And this will have a decisive effect on what's going on there. So thank you very much for him coming on tonight. Matterall, take it over from here.
I
Matterall is
genuinely don't think
literally
it's as
the
impactful
fucking
as-
white-haired guy. What the hell's his name from fucking CNN?
I found out what irks
Wolf
me about
Blitzer?
Matterall.
No, not Wolf Blitzer. The other white-haired guy who's way younger than Wolf Blitzer.
Oh, what's his name? Anderson something.
Anderson
Cooper.
Cooper, bro.
Matterall is the Anderson Cooper of fucking Eve.
Yes, he is.
Totally fucking
yeah,
is.
for sure. Anderson Cooper.
You think?
Fuck. Yeah.
He is. He's
Absolutely.
totally the fucking Anderson. He's like, yeah, look at me, I'm fucking Matterall. And it's like he's totally the
That
fucking
shit's a
Anderson
shock
fucking
hour?
Cooper.
Let me just say this, right? Coming from a background where people aren't that nice, right? From wherever part of the world I'm at, people just aren't.
Do you want
that
to talk
nice.
about that, bro? I mean, it's like, do you want to
No,
tell
no,
us,
No, we could talk about all right, so I finally put my finger on it. I was talking to Miss McLean about this just today. I was like, I finally figured out what bugs the fuck out of me about Matterall. He's too fucking nice, man.
that fucking sucks, man.
He's too nice.
Isn't that the worst
No, but,
when
here's the-
somebody's too fucking nice?
Here's the thing, he is genuine in the fact that he is nice to people. But given wherever you come from in the world where people maybe aren't that nice, it comes off as not being genuine.
Like Somalia, wherever
Zambia, you happen to be from, right?
parts of
The U.S.
what do they even call it now?
Parts of the US?
Myanmar. I mean,
Hey,
it's
I'm
like-
from the Northeast. People are fucking assholes. You drive on the road, they're cutting you off. They're
There's
fucking.
all
Their
kinds of
time
places
is more
out there where
important.
people are not fucking nice, and it's
They're-
like he's like nice, and then there are people
He's
who are
really
not
nice.
nice, and then there are like really the bad people of the world. Like so, he's kind of upper echelon of nice.
he
he seems like a genuine dude, but I mean,
yeah, but when you come from a background where it's okay, people that typically act like that are trying to get something.
I know.
It can kind of push a button.
When
where
you
you're just
say
like,
that
man.
right now, that's the whole thing that I've been trying to do my undercover fucking investigator work of for the last couple of years. I think Matterall's got a fucking game he's playing. I think at some point we're all gonna see a Matterall like Matterall died. Can you do a GoFundMe? Like
What the fuck,
and then
Dirk?
everybody will jump
Dirk.
on it and like
Dirk.
I know. I'm
That's-
not trying to
that's-
like wish anything. Yeah, it's like my man is
Dirk.
Matterall, and it's like
Dirk. It's time to
like
stop.
even I think that like
Dirk.
he's like
Dirk,
playing
it's time to
something
stop.
here. Okay.
It's
Jesus,
time
I'm
to
just
stop.
fucking joking. Jesus fucking Christ! Can nobody fucking
You don't
like play a
sound like
fucking?
you're joking, motherfucker.
Because that's the
Apologies, your
whole
fucking
fucking
conscience.
point.
That's the way that he delivers the joke.
No, the whole point is to like pretend that you're not joking, but you just are joking. Like
No, but I wasn't
not in
joking,
that whole
like,
dark
Matterall
racist
is, like-
Dirk,
way.
what would Matterall
It's
do
super
right
nice.
now? What would Matterall do?
Matterall would literally fucking laugh right now, and I'm gonna tell you right now, in like 48 or 72 hours, and when Drayden gets the fucking podcast out, he'll literally fucking laugh.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
probably.
gonna
Or
tell
he'll
him
be
next
like,
time.
my gig is up. like,
I'm gonna
one
tell
of
him the
the
next
two.
time I
We'll
talk
know.
to him that like I put my finger on like what was bugging me about you. I come from a very I don't want to say paranoid, right? Because it's the wrong term here.
You come from the hood.
No, actually,
He is Southie.
I did grow up in
Southie.
No, I grew up in Pawtucket.
Southie.
I literally
Where
grew up
the
in a.
fuck is that?
You're not South Boston, but you're like totally
it's in-
fucking south of it.
It was in Rhode Island. It was literally an all-black neighborhood. and I
Where
was
the
only
fuck's
white
Rhode
kid.
Island?
It's this tiny, tiny, tiny little state just below Massachusetts. But
okay.
I did.
I know that is okay.
I did grow up in the hood, and I was literally the only white kid in my neighborhood. I had a little bit of street cred.
Diversified.
You know,
It was
diversified. I grew up in a diversified background.
Did you complain about all the black people having black privilege because you were the only
No,
white
he
person
didn't do that because that's not what we do here.
there?
We just say fuck.
Sorry, I couldn't resist the memes.
The memes are really hard to resist. These. Can we talk about a really important topic that I think affects the entire world?
Why does
Is
Jay
it memes?
McClain want to run for CSM?
I already told you, man.
I know, but I was
I'm
just
here
trying,
for.
I was
I'm here
trying
for
to
the
circle
game.
back.
Don't try and segue into something else. I'm talking about something that affects the world. Okay, so LB's up there in Canada, and it affects him. Jintan is across the pond, it affects him. There's motherfuckers in Egypt, this affects them. Like, this affects everybody in the world. I'm talking about memes. Memes are the way of the future. Think about the barriers in communication that memes have surpassed. And now people communicate in memes all over the world, and I can communicate in memes with somebody from a completely different crazy culture, and they'll get what I'm saying because it's a future means of communication. We're breaking barriers with it.
I do like a good meme.
Can I start this off? Besides your I like a fucking meme, I'm going to be completely fucking honest and say I'm sorry that you're dumbing down communication across the fucking world, and this is
We
never
have to
going to
find
fucking work.
some kind of common ground.
Common ground
If
might
we're
be
to push
fucking
forward,
mathematics.
if we're to push forward as a human race, we have to find some common ground
fuck me.
that
Thanks,
everybody
Cap
can
Strongest.
stand on.
No,
and I
because
think
common
right now,
ground
at
is
this
not
point,
about
it's
fucking
fucking memes,
Common
bro.
ground is like memes are about people who like are
You missed my whole
totally
point. I was
already
muted all the
insulated to fucking
Damn.
what that shit is saying,
I got
and the
dude
rest
in
of the
Canada
fucking world is
nodding
saying,
his
"I
head
am
yes.
not with
I
you."
got the dude across the pond nodding his head yes. I think
Yes, because
the
he's
US
got a
would
fucking
not-
American flag on his fucking wall. We all know he brings it in his ass out of that fucking apartment, okay? Or flat, or whatever the fuck they call that shit over there, okay? Like, literally everybody fucking else is sitting there going, man, not me, okay? So, therefore, it does not encapsulate everybody.
I feel
What
bad
it does
because
is say, you know what? If I am of low intellect and still want to laugh, I will do this thing.
I feel bad because my whole time there I was talking, my mic was muted apparently.
I feel like
I
the
wanna
Your
say
mic
that,
DJs
should
by the
never
way,
be
like,
muted,
I'm the only
Drayden,
person-
'cause you're fucking Drayden and you're pushing the button. I know, but I muted it.
I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I know, but I muted it. I for some reason, probably because I was coughing or something, because I was choking earlier. But
we got 3 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, and this is
What
why
the
I'm
fuck?
still
Where'd
in
the time
relative
go?
fucking dirt control of
You got
what
3
goes
minutes,
on.
Drayden.
Alright,
Make
I'll
it
tell
hot.
you exactly
the fact
where
of
the
the matter
time
is
went.
we've got
What
3
was the
fucking
discussion
minutes
about
left.
what happened
We're
to
going to
the
kick
chat?
off to whoever comes up next, who probably doesn't have a fucking stream key to do anything with. Okay,
I bet she
but
does.
you know what? Look, I want to.
I bet
wanna,
after
like,
my
sit there and
incident,
say,
they sent one out
does
to
Jay
everyone.
McLean has some shout outs to fucking give?
Shout outs to my fucking homies from Open Comps, because
Oh shit!
you guys have been there from the get go. You know,
Dude,
whatever
the
I've been
games.
trying to do. The get go of the games,
The
fifth
get
fleet?
Go
go.
the
The
games,
Drayden.
get go was the time that we had some get go. Okay, Jen, give us your fucking mega.
My mega? My make Eve great
Make
again?
Eve great again, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you're so fucking CSM, so I'm assuming you're mega.
You could go Omega.
I'm
if you have
trying
an
as hard
O.
as I can. I'm actually doing a ton of shit for Faction Warfare. I managed to get some follow-up questions from CSM. So
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
gonna
So,
see you there
so you're
tomorrow,
breaking
bro.
in on Jay McLean's fucking niche into like
No, Jay
shit.
McLean's going to be there and he's going to be helping me. So
Yeah, we're gonna be there, bro.
yeah, I'm pretty hype.
Are you running
basically-
again?
yeah.
Let me ask you a question right now. Are you running again? Are you going third term? Are you doing a fucking like
Unfortunately,
third term?
yes.
What?
Do it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
probably going to be
Say it
running
out loud. What?
I'll
I'm
vote for you.
probably going to be running for a third term.
Vote for
because
fucking
I've been-
Jintan. Don't vote
Good
for
job.
the judge or whoever. But
Definitely vote for Jay, to be honest. Jay seems like a good dude.
Jay McLean needs to be president of the CSM. And
I will do my personal
And I
best.
think that they should actually elevate him to president of CCP. Just saying. I mean,
El
because
Presidente,
this
Jay
man,
McLean.
this man has ideas.
1 minute. 1 minute. Fucking either roll a fucking like actual thought out or not.
No, okay, go.
Or drop a hot beat, Drayden.
Oh,
In general,
LB,
my-
what do you got
my-
to say, bro?
Yo,
I don't got much to say. Shout out to Best of Us community. Love those guys. Fun chatting on that channel. Good times.
Straight up,
Love
I can listen
shitting
a
on the
fucking
normies.
minute. I'm gonna be like honest right now. It's like nobody should go for fucking more than 2 fucking terms at a fucking time. Take 1 fucking term off.
the
Do
song.
not be a fucking Mike Azariah, and literally do not be a fucking Steve fucking Renukin. 1 fucking term off. Get back totally 100% into the fucking game. Everybody else fucking continue running. We need to have some actual fucking people on there. However, this show will never fucking stand for goddamn permanent members of the fucking CSM under any circumstance. Look to Sullen Decimus, who's going to make a comeback this year. Look to other
Is he?
people who have some
Sullen
fucking
who?
fresh ideas. Peace out, bitches.
peace out. Shots to the road.
Later, bitches.
All right, we out.
And I love Jim Tan. Bitch needs to take
Me
a
too.
year
Me
off.
too.